drank all day. Tuesday, pissed my time away. Wednesday, overfed and full. Thursday, oh, here comes the bull. Friday comes and I feel bad. Weekdays have been oh so sad. Monday stream, I start the show. There's one thing I gotta know. How was your weekend? Tell me, how did your weekend go? Did you do much? Did you go out? Did you stay home with gout? How was your weekend? Tell me now, 'cause I need to know. I just can't think what else to say. So how was your weekend today? How was your weekend? Tell me, how did your weekend go? Did you do much? Did you go out? Did you crash the fuck out? How was your weekend? Tell me now, 'cause I need to know. No one's watching anyway. So how was your weekend today? How was your weekend today? I'm just a guy with a mic and a screen, spitting truth in a world so obscene. No script, no filter, I speak what I see. Every angle, every side, it's all real to me. I dig through the noise, cut through the lies. Facts over feelings, I'm sharp like a knife. Small time streamer, no fame, no crown, but my voice is my own, I won't back down. I guess I'm too raw, too rough, too plain, but I'm spitting my heart, not chasing some game. No corporate leash, no puppet on strings. I'm free in my words, hear truth that I bring. No big shell shine, no glitter, no fakes. Minimal effort, just me and my takes. I'm speaking the truth, let the whole world know. Small time streamer, but that's how I roll. Do my words hit hard, give the system the chills. Minimal effort, no budget, no frills. I'm carving my path, let the fire erupt. Small time dreamer with the voice that's enough. Got a webcam flicker and a beat in my chest. Bass takes in my veins, spilling facts is my quest. I'm breaking the mold, no mainstream appeal. Just a kid with a dream and a heart made of steel. I sift through the data, the left and the right. No bias, no agenda, just seeking the light. They laugh at my setup, my low-res stream, but my words cut deeper than the corporate screen. I guess I'm too raw, too rough, too plain, but I'm spitting my heart, not chasing some game. No corporate leash, no puppet on strings. I'm free in my words, hear the truth that I bring. No big channel shine, no glitter, no fakes. Minimal effort, just me and my takes. I'm speaking the truth, let the whole world know. Small time streamer, but that's how I roll. Do my words hit hard, give the system the chills. Minimal effort, no budget, no frills. I'm carving my path, let the fire erupt. Small time dreamer with a voice that's enough.
Well, hello everybody. Happy Monday. I say happy, but I know it's Monday. How was all of your weekend? Now, the funny thing is, I actually was not planning on taking today off from work. I had every intention of going to work today. In fact, up until about noon, I was still going to head to work and get some work done, like for the second half of the day. But unfortunately, just too much crap to do. I actually ended up doing a God, this morgue pie stuff is insane. No, my daughter had softball practice this morning instead of tonight because it was going to be raining all night. So, because all the other dads apparently didn't have work, we did a practice this morning at 9 a.m., which made it a little bit more difficult to actually go and... Oh my God, I ate a lot of oranges last weekend. Yo, Lugia with the 2. Thank you, buddy. Starting us off strong. Appreciate you, man. Glad that your vacation went well. Tuesday morning there. Well, hell yeah. It's Poland over there, isn't it? If I recall, Tekla, I believe you are in the amazing, wonderful country that is known as Poland. Crazy that Bungie killed Destiny 2 for Marathon. Yeah, it's insane. Doing elections here the whole weekend. Already had a few crazies. Oh my God, that's right. You're in California. Yeah. Hey, Patriot. Glad to see you in here, buddy. Appreciate you for hanging out. Who else we got? I saw Black Cat is in the building. How you doing, buddy? And DB, of course, starting us off. Called a friend at work to come get me. Now I got to get a hold of a locksmith tomorrow. What? Did one of the stupidest things tonight before work. Walked out of the house with the door locked behind me and realized I did not have my keys. Oh my God. Dude, no. That sucks, man. Hey, Korean cowboy. Who doesn't love a nice pull? Oh my God. Come on, man. Really? How's my week? Well, my week doesn't start until next month. I'm moving to a new place soon. Oh, right on. Hell yeah. All right, well... Ironically, guys, talking about getting the day started and taking the day off and Memorial Day and all that good stuff, I actually didn't have the stream ready until about 20 minutes ago. Honest to God, I was not ready. I spent my entire day, even though I didn't go to work, basically doing things for everybody else. And so I managed to get this shit ready about 20 minutes ago. Election is crazy. Yeah, I don't think we have an election going on here in Washington that I know of. At least not one that has any significance. Are you talking about like the LA mayor one? Isn't that the one that the actor, whatever his name is, that Hollywood guy is running for? Not Shapiro. What's his name? Pratt? Spencer Pratt? I think it's Spencer Pratt. I don't know, guys. Honestly, I've kind of tuned out of politics for the most part. Like the shit online with like Hassan and Asmongold and stuff, I'll pay attention to that. But like the broad picture elections and what's going on with like international policy, I'm just so fed up with everything. It's ironic somebody said something about Israel, Lugia sponsored by Israel. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't care. I'm so... Oh, the governor stuff right now, plus some judges. Oh, my God. Yeah, Patriot, it's just so... I don't know. Like, I care about politics. Don't get me wrong. I care about the state of the country and the way the nation's headed and everything else. But in general, I don't know. I'm just beyond sick and tired of all of it. I'm so bored, you know? Hey, Mari, I saw that you were live streaming yesterday, I think it was, or earlier today, and I just didn't have time to catch it. But good to see you're doing well. Hey, Geekazu, how you doing, buddy? All right, so we've got a bit of stuff to get through. I wasn't even sure what we were going to talk about tonight, like half an hour ago. I wasn't even sure I'd be streaming. I was actually in the process of making t-shirts for my other coaches for my daughter's softball team, because I'm like, well, it's going to start getting warmer, and we've got at least 1 or 2 weeks of the city tournament here. So I'm like, all right, so t-shirts instead of hoodies. So I'm not even kidding. So on the other side of the kitchen where my kitchen table is, I was ironing on team names for t-shirts for all of us coaches just to have something else to wear during the games. What the F you mean, Dustborn's back? Oh, okay, H. Brown, you were here. You were here on Saturday night when we were streaming Luna Abyss, right? All I know is New York is deteriorating fast. I mean, the whole country is deteriorating, if we're being honest. I mean, we're all still paying $5 to $6 a gallon for gasoline, dude. I mean, come on. It's bad. Everything is so bad right now. I try to not be black-pilled. I mean, life is depressing enough as it is without piling on. But like, honestly, shit is so depressing right now. It's not even funny. All right. That being said, a little bit of a white pill, I guess you could say. So I have 3 kids that are all doing sports. My younger son, so my daughter's twin brother, his team is the best team in the league here in our city. And so he might actually have a chance at the championship game in a couple weeks, which will be the first time he's ever been in a championship game, which is awesome. And then my daughter and my older son are both on all-star teams. And so that's going to be crazy for the next couple of months with scheduling. I'm probably never going to sleep again. But hey, it's exciting stuff, you know? It's pretty fun. It's a race to the bottom. Yeah, exactly. I get my fuel for free? Well, that's one of us. So XL for the other coaches, extra small for the kids and for you. I will have you know, I am wearing a men's medium because the smalls, they shrink and they get too tight. Okay, just saying. Now, the head coach, yes, he is a tall guy, so he wears an XL. One of the other assistant coaches wears an XXL because, you know, big people. So don't be a downer. I'm trying not to. Mara's capable of rising again. Just never give up. I mean, I'm not voting and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not consuming political news. I mean, everybody sucks is kind of the opinion I have when it comes to politics. Yeah, but I feel that race to the bottom thing is definitely the way I feel about it. All right. That being said, guys, let's go ahead. I've got a bunch of little tidbits to cover, and then we'll get into the actual main topics. It's just, yeah, I think with politics, you just have to not think about it too much, to be honest. I think it can be overwhelming, especially if you focus on it too much. Because in general, like I said, pretty much everybody sucks at some point. You know, it is what it is. All right, so here's some fun stuff. I mentioned this on the last stream that I saw this video. I don't think I played it for you guys, but we've taken to feeding all the wildlife on our back porch. So we have squirrels and chipmunks, and recently the birds have been coming and taking the nuts off the back porch. And we have deer that walk through the backyard. In fact, I just took pictures of them the other day. They were walking right past us here. Isn't it most important for a right-winger that Hassan Piker might go to jail, though? That's the most important stuff ever, bro. I mean, it's funny. Don't get me wrong, Tekla. Actually, I've got a few of those clips of Hassan over here if we even have time to get to it. It's funny. It doesn't have any, like, actual importance on the way, like, the world itself. I mean, Hassan, yeah, he affects a large percent or small percentage of a large group of people. And I don't like Hassan. I don't agree with him. I think he's a complete idiot. And I don't know. I mean, if you're going to call somebody a grifter, Hassan is obviously a grifter. But it's just, you know, I don't know. It's funny, and then real life happens. Squirrel fatigue. If you know, you know. All right. This says, this is why you need to carry at all times. Now, I'll have you know, squirrels are actually pretty chill compared to chipmunks. The chipmunks are the real assholes. They're the ones that'll sit in the middle of, like, the pile of peanuts and yell at the other animals and try to keep them away. I'm not even kidding. That's not squirrels, it's chipmunks. At first, I thought this was AI, but apparently it's real. The craziest part is that the squirrel comes back. Yeah, I would be getting rabies shots after this. It's like, dude, just pick the damn thing up and break its neck. I mean, come on. And then it goes up the tree. Yeah, the squirrel has to be rabid. There's no way. There's no way that that's real if the squirrel isn't rabid. In which case, I would be going immediately to a doctor after that. Like, holy crap. No way. I saw another camera angle, too. He actually has another camera set up on his porch. I'm not sure where the video is. But, yeah, it's crazy to watch. Squirrel must have sniffed some of that cocaine. Or squirrel's been trained by a martial artist rat. Oh, my God. Oh, man, no. But it'll definitely make me rethink feeding the squirrels from now on. Now, this is the funny one. I remember, although Cage isn't here, and you all know that Cage is going to be saying how I didn't page everybody that the stream is live and all that other crap, right? Well, this one here, I've been seeing a lot of funny videos coming out about Ellen Page in the new Odyssey movie. And this one here has just got me cracking up. Hang on, here you go. So instead of Brad Pitt, we've got Ellen/Elliot Page. Oh yeah, this one for sure, man. That face. I just love directed by Michael Bay at the end of that. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. Speaking of which, isn't Michael Bay directing a new movie? I thought he was retired. I'd pay just to watch it for this scene. Oh my god. If only, yeah. All right, so this one was pretty funny. This is not AI, although that camera, I don't know why it's paused right there. That looks really, really bad. Sumo wrestler destroys a 5-0 pro boxer in an MMA fight last night. This is actually, I mean, Mari, this would probably be like right up your alley. This is pretty funny stuff here. Here you go. Michael Bay, I heard that there's a new Baywatch. I can't even imagine.
Y en la esquina roja juega en casa con 24 años.
Atentos a mis indicaciones. Si digo stop, se para la acción, ¿de acuerdo?
Boxing versus sumo.
Yeah, I mean, you know exactly how this one's gonna go, right?
With somebody that big leaning on him, and there's a takedown.
Down he goes.
This is for Jorge Jr. to survive this.
Spanish sumo, I don't know.
Gorilla blows.
Cannot get held up against the ring, and he's done it again.
Those are skinny thighs, my god.
Here it
Down he goes. And he's going straight
I know that there are different weight classes for a reason, but if you guys watched UFC back at like in the old days, back when it first started, they had the craziest matchups. You'd have like some 400-pound dude against like some tall, skinny, like, you know, crackhead looking trailer trash dude. It was crazy.
The kill again.
Himself feeling it as well. You were wondering what opening Jorge.
Idamasa taking shots to the face again.
I can't imagine, like, if a sumo wrestler ran towards me and grabbed a hold of me, I would just, my soul would leave my body. I'd be like, no, I'm done.
Might
I'm
as
out.
well give it a shot.
The craziest part, look at this man's back from getting thrown on the ground by this dude. That is absolutely insane. MMA guy is lucky that there's a cage there to stop him from flying out of the venue. Exactly. Yeah.
Attacks
Idamasa goes in.
So Rikishi is a professional. All sumo wrestlers don't have tattoos. So this guy is not an actual like sumo wrestler by trade. Okay. It's not meant for fighting. That said, there's not someone you want to... No, exactly. Even if they're not like a combat sports, like martial artist type thing, they would completely destroy you. Should live stream a UFC match? Yeah, that would be smart. That would totally be a good idea, right? I mean, imagine... Okay, you're Hassan Piker and you don't want to get in the ring with Sam Hyde, but this dude got in the ring with a sumo wrestler. Like, okay. Like I said before, I would jump in a ring with Sam Hyde if it was like for $1 million for charity or something. He didn't probably didn't make in Japan, so he went for a smaller wrestlers market. Yeah, TKO smashing your door the next day. Hey, Cleopatra. Hey, Empress. How's it going? Nah, you haven't missed much of anything. We're just kind of going through the usual bullshit before we get started. Oh, this one was weird. This was wacky. So Larry Bundy shared this on Twitter the other day. It says it's an automated AI WWE news channel on YouTube that tries to pronounce WWE as a word and ends up going insane. Like, this is crazy if this is actually real. Hang on.
Fans are making right now. Can you afford it? Maybe. But do you feel like you have to be there? That's the question. And for a lot of people, the answer this year seems to be not quite. The show will happen. The stadium will likely fill up one way or another. What
I have a hard time believing this is actually an AI having a hard time pronouncing it. Like, this seems fake. I don't know. Real is in really fake or faking being fake. Talk about deep fake the layers. What are you talking about? I can't even imagine. This goes on for another minute and 30 seconds, guys. I can't even imagine that this is real, to be honest. I'd have to go find the actual video. The thing is just like melting down, losing its mind. I mean, it's like borderline kind of creepy. I'm not even gonna lie. Ain't no way it's AI. But it's telling the amount of Indian AI slop accounts. I mean, here's the thing. This isn't even like, okay, so I can see all the proposed community notes before they actually come out. This one doesn't have any sort of proposed community note on it. So I don't know. I've had that happen with 11 Labs. I'm not that bad, though. AI is becoming a devil. We've heard when Smeg tries to goof the TTS, and there's no way it does that. This is someone spoofing how TTS tries to work. I would imagine people faking AI. How's AI supposed to find a job in this market? Yeah. Think about the poor AI that's just trying to find a job. All right, so here's another one. It says Warhorse Studios, developer of Kingdom Come Deliverance, has confirmed their next game in the Kingdom Come series will be a full open world RPG. Isn't that what they've already done? Is 2 open world RPGs? Warhorse PR manager Tobias Stoltz-Swilling said the studio is currently working on 2 open world RPGs. One's Kingdom Come, and the other is set in Middle Earth. God, I hope they don't make it gay. The new game is expected to release between April 2027 and March 2028 based on Embracer Group's current schedule. Warhorse has not called the game Kingdom Come Deliverance 3, leading many fans to think it could be a new story with different characters instead of a direct sequel. It says we have 2 open world RPGs in development. Reports also say developer Prokop Yursa will help lead the future of the Kingdom Come franchise, while Victor Bokan is working on the studio's new Lord of the Rings RPG. Wait and see mode, yeah. Oh, that's because there's demons in the machine, yeah. Bigger worry with the Middle Earth game, and Warhorse is not gay, but writing style. They have to either get new writers or change a lot. I mean, that's the thing, too. If you look at, like, the actual script, the writing, the dialogue from the Kingdom Come games, it's very specific whether you like the story or not. It's very specific to the setting. And Lord of the Rings is completely not like that at all. Like, nothing in any of Tolkien's writings jives with any of the writing for the Kingdom Come games. Yeah, it wouldn't fit Middle Earth, exactly. That'd be my biggest concern, too. Here's another weird one. I saw a lot of people talking about this with the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced game coming out. This censorship of Anna Bonny, apparently. The weirdest one isn't even like cleavage, where they censored the cleavage. But what I don't understand is if this is the old character and this is the new character, why does the new one look like shit? I mean, legitimately looks completely different. Not just like this one here, the lighting has far more texture. Everything actually looks better. This one, she has no upper lip. Yeah, they took her lip. Hope the settings after Fëanor's Oath. I mean, I have no idea, man. I love like Second Age Middle Earth, but unfortunately, all we've had in the last 3 or 4 years is Rings of Power, which we're getting a 3rd season in November, and it's so bad. I don't want gay Warhorse screwing up Lord of the Rings even more. They're too woke to touch Lord of the Rings. I mean, the thing is, Daniel Vavra left, so maybe he took the gay with him. I mean, look, he claims, he straight up says up and down, I'm the one that wanted to do this in the game. It was all me, all me, all me. So maybe he took the gay with him. I don't know. What the fuck is that on the right? That apparently is the new Anna Bonny in Black Flag Resynced. I don't understand. Not only like this, it doesn't even look like the same animation, right? I'm so confused. I doubt he took the gay out of Embracer. Probably not. John, he claimed he fell on his sword so many times that, I mean, I'm not gonna make a gay joke out of that, but you know what I'm saying. These new artists will do anything to remove attractiveness from characters. It's not about the body, but the face too. Y'all remember the Mary Jane? Oh, Mary Jane was hideous. Yeah, I mean, but it's not just that. Forget about the attractiveness for a second. Forget about the upper lip. Forget about the cleavage. Why does this character just look... Everything about this looks better than this one. Like, just the animation alone, the actual art style. Everything on the left looks better than the one on the right. And I can't quite figure out why they would do this. Animation's worse, models worse. I don't get what they were thinking. It's not an improvement. No, it looks worse. Wasted all the resources fixing female characters rather than fixing the actual game. Yeah, fixing. And I'm on the record as saying I don't mind the hookers in the game being kind of chonky. Like, that actually makes sense for the setting. You know, if you go back to like, think about like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride over at Disneyland and all the stuff, the subsequent, you know, lore around that. A lot of the wenches were all like chunky women. It kind of makes sense. Her waist is broader too. Yeah. You're right. She's more tapered here, and here she's a little more straight up and down. Modern one's trans. Yeah. Exactly. Happens when you have people in your company that are activists for their game developers. Well, we're going to talk more about that too. No upper lip and no tits. And here's the thing, guys. This character is not very busty. Like very, very much like what, like maybe a B cup on a good day. The corset's doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Or let's just say, no, there's no heavy lifting involved. But at least she's feminine on the left. I don't know what the hell the train wreck on the right is. Her nose is pinched. Yeah, everything. She looks transgender on the right. You know, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. So that's just something we're going to have to look out for. But beyond that, you know how they said that they were moving away from like the RPG thing and everything else with the new game? Yeah, but apparently I don't remember about the Black Flag game, the original. I do not recall anything about it, like other than the sea shanties, diving, the diving bell, some parts of the story. It's been so long since I played it, right? She's well endowed, but not crazy. Who are we talking about? That chick? Well, she didn't look very well endowed in that picture, but I can't wait for the part where they confirm men can get pregnant because of James' kid. Oh my God. But what I don't understand is why this here. Apparently you can hunt and there's pigs you can fight and they have like a massive health bar or something. I mean, that seems a bit excessive. I don't know. This came from a rather horrible narcoleptic episode. Glad that I come to you online, thankfully. Hey, Plix, I appreciate it, man. Sorry to hear that, though, dude. Nothing about Black Flag screams RPG. RPG gives you mutt. If I were to compare it to a man, should be one with 8. I think this game will be similar with the Mafia 2 remake. It looked amazing, but they added modern audience stuff like his wife became feminist and independent. Wait, they actually changed the story for Mafia 2? I didn't know that. Was Black Flag a launch title? You mean like when a console launched? I have no idea. I have no idea, to be honest. I can't remember back that far, guys. I have kind of halfway slept since then. Oh, he meant Mafia 1? Did he say 1 and I meant 2? Oh, no, he said 2. Remake. Mafia 2 has no remake. Okay, I got you now. I don't know. I never played the Mafia games. Remember, guys, not a real gamer here. As Smeg likes to call me, I'm a narg. I'm the narg. I wish they'd stop with the remakes. Black Cat, I am not a fan of 90% of remakes. I just am not. Like, I love the idea, but it usually just doesn't work out well. I don't know. It's a bad idea. Like, most of the time, it's just never going to be as good as the original. A lot of it just comes down to nostalgia. I don't know. I just think, yeah, it is what it is, guys, unfortunately. You guys can keep paging Cage, and he's probably not going to see it. Remember, Cage is like half blind, so that narg is just Smeg trying to say no. I know. So tired of these remakes. Thanks, Capcom, for starting the trend. Oh my God. Yeah, guys, it's bad. Some people have tried to make remakes in good faith, but one hasn't been made like that in 16 years. Oh yeah, Plix, Destiny is... And here's the thing, I'm not somebody who loved the Destiny games. Like, I'm on record saying I played Destiny 2 for like 20-something hours, and I'm like, yeah, it just wasn't for me. I just didn't care. But here's a fun one. I don't know if you guys saw this the other day. SK Gaming League of Legends. Changing the game with this OP roster. So, this is a League of Legends team. I think it's based out of Germany. And it's supposed to be a female team, as I recall. And I'm pretty sure 4 out of 5 are biological dudes. Like, not even kidding. In fact, one of them here, G Wolfie G, the SK Avarosa top lane. I don't even know what a top laner is, guys. OP because it has men exactly. Here, hang on. Let me give me 1 sec, guys. Hang on. I'll be right back. Wondering what I was hearing. Now this is better than when we was here. Oh, at the chair. So I was hearing some thudding around. I thought maybe it was like dog or something outside I heard on the back porch, because I'm trying to figure out what the hell that noise is. And then I'm hearing like talking. I'm like, okay, who the hell's walking around? Yeah, my daughter got out of bed and she's hiding in her brother's room on the other side of this wall. I opened the door. I'm like, hey, are you asleep yet? And he's like, no, I'm still working on it. No, not swatted. And she's hiding like under the footboard of the bed, trying to like where I can't see her. I'm like, okay, I'm so over it. Yeah, no, not a squirrel. Big ass squirrel if that was the case. No, my daughter, we have our first playoff game tomorrow, and she is going to be pitching probably the entire game because our team is going to need her to pitch. And I told her, you need to go to sleep. You need a good night's sleep. We got to be ready for that game tomorrow. And instead, this is the BS I got to put up with, apparently. So this is part about being the adult, the parent that they never tell you. Ain't beating the Asian team, get out of here with that shit. So yeah, this apparently is somebody from the female team for League of Legends. Oh my god, that face. I just can't even.
Top laner for
Hey, QC.
I was in SK Rosa for 2 years, and then last
Better to be a pitcher than a catcher. She does both.
year I was struggling, and I saw SK Rosa was also struggling, and then this year I saw a very promising roster, and I thought with me we could.
Dude. Chick. Fat chick, but chick. Just a dude with long hair. He's not even trying. Oh my god, this one down here, I can't. This face is so, I mean, you guys can't see this one as well. I mean, they're all just, it's so bad. It's so busted. It's not even funny. It's just dudes living out their own fetishes, man. Hey, Io. Funny mustache Austrian painter man died for this.
Stop struggling together and win again. I think I have
Yeah, the lazy
a lot
eyes.
of experience, more than the other top laners in the field. I have a lot of resilience. I'm very hard to break. I think under pressure, some of them can.
I have a lot of resilience because I'm a man dressed as a woman. Enough of this ridiculous BS. Tired of it. Dude, honest to God, and it's so funny because it has gotten to the point where women have their own leagues for a reason, right? Whether it's chess, whether it's gaming. No offense to any female gamers out there, but the majority of women in competitive scenes do not match up to the men. There's a wide variety of reasons for that. First off, gaming is a male-dominated space. Men have better hand-eye coordination, faster reflexes than women. That also plays into a certain level of skill when it comes to video games. There's always going to be outliers. Obviously, there's going to be women who are faster and more responsive than men on a case-by-case basis. But the general populace of gamers, when it comes to men versus women, the men are probably going to be better than women. That's why the esports scene, that's why all the competitive scenes are segregated by gender, right? And then you have like the best female team, and it's 4 out of 5. It's just dudes. It's just like, come on, man. That's why we're better at playing with them. Yeah, this girl but John, 4 out of 5 on this girl team are all male.
Underperform, but I will be.
It's not just the one guy, it's all 4 of them.
Two struggling years. Also 2 years where, due to illnesses, I was kind of barred from competing at times when I wanted to. So I'm really hungry now to win it all again. So this year I just.
Right. So women can join the leagues that the men are part of, but again, they typically get like relegated to like support roles and all that. It's just insane. I can't even anymore with this guy. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm done. But the responses, if you look at the freaking quote tweets to this guy, it's insane. Oh my god, this one's hilarious. 4 out of 5 members of this female team are men. You can't make this shit up. Female gamer, peak grandmaster, try to go pro but not good enough. Become female, get paid to play against diamond women, get called a top female player by woke organizations. If actual female pros speak out, they'll lose their jobs. Whole esports industry forced to play pretend. Yeah, exactly. Better have a losing female team than have that freak show. Exactly, Empress. I 100% agree. He looks like a young Schwarzenegger without the workout. Yeah, pretty much. If I owned a women's team, I'd definitely hire men to play these days. I mean, if it's allowed, why the hell not? You know, if they're going to allow it, that's the thing. If women aren't going to protect their own spaces, Tectone, why do your women all have dicks? Oh my God. I said the same thing. I can't remember what my quote tweet of this was, but I'm like, you know, his best skill is having a penis or whatever, right? Kelly J. Keene, I know the answer. It's his penis. Yeah, I think we pretty much all have the same opinion. Oh my God. Hey, it's Mate. How's it going, buddy, over there on Twitch? I keep forgetting that I'm even streaming on Twitch. Wood chippers. I mean, this is the craziest shit. Why don't these people just compete in the open circuits, the open tournaments? Why is it always, you know, the best female gamers are always dudes playing pretend, right? I'm good. How you doing? All right. I'm sure you guys have seen this one, right? Jeff Keighley tweeting this out. Anytime Jeff Keighley tweets, I just like, it's just makes me think high guard. Chris Roberts' Star Citizen video game has crossed $1 billion in fan funding after 14 years in development. This is insane. How have they made $1 billion for a game that isn't even released yet after 14 years? I don't understand. Do you want to do truth or dare for donations? I absolutely do not. I'm good. Because they get smoked, they want to be a winner at something. Yeah. They're not good enough, they want to feel special. Star Citizen in space. Oh wait, it is in space. Yeah. No, I mean, I want to see what this game, the finished game, is, because I have never once seen a minute of gameplay from Star Citizen. That's the craziest part. Yeah, they sell spaceships for millions of dollars. What I don't understand is why people actually do it. Explain that to me. What is the point? What is the purpose? Why would anybody give this game that kind of money? It's one thing if you go, okay, I'll throw like $50 at a game. Down the road, you've played it for a couple of years. You've gotten 100 or 200 hours of enjoyment out of it. And you go, screw it. I'll just do whatever, right? I'm not... Shout 6'7" for 250 pounds. I'm not shouting 6'7". I have some self-respect. Not much, but I have some. Couldn't be able to be that in that theme with a guy pretending to be a girl. I would feel unsafe. Yeah. Should I be concerned that I never played Star Citizen? No. I would be more concerned if you had, to be honest. I'm of the mind that Star Citizen is some sort of... Everyone thinks it's money laundering. I don't think that there's anybody who doesn't believe it's some sort of money laundering scheme or something, right? 7, 8, 9. Oh my God. That's why, what, 6 is afraid of 7? Yeah. Can I throw in $50 on this dude winning? Too bad it's not a contact sport. Hit a Fortnite emote for... Dude, I'm not doing that shit. Get out of here with that. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know a thing about Star Citizen, and frankly, I don't think I'll ever want to. Literally a legal heist. Yeah. In fact, they pulled this scam off is hilarious. More like Scam Citizen. I don't think it's money laundering. It's just exploitative monetization with people who want a massive game. But the thing is, there's plenty of games that exist that you could throw your money at. That's what I don't understand. I understand, like, when it comes to like crowdfunding, Kickstarters, indie games, those kind of projects, things where, you know, people are trying to get their indie game off the ground, some solo developer who's never been heard of, and they have this passion project and they just can't do it with the money they have and all that. I understand that, right? But what I don't get is the whole, all right, we have this game that's been in progress for like over a decade now, and people are spending millions of dollars on it. Why? What's the point? I don't understand how anybody would get like sucked in by that, you know? Yeah, I don't think the game's shut down. The reason people play it is because the same reason people LARP or play The Sims. It's not a great game, but it's a great world to play pretend in. But why? I don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong like demographic, the wrong target for that game. Has made a donation of £250. No, you haven't. Dude, I've been on Twitch long enough. I know that you didn't send a donation. So, no. No idea why Jeff is posting that. Jeff posts everything, dude. He just does. Anything that's new news, anything that's breaking, he just posts random stuff. I mean, if you look at his timeline, that's everything he posts. That's all he does. Other than when he was like hyping the hell out of Highguard, that's all he does is post updates for, you know, news and all that for games. He's at this point more of like a paid advertising account than anything else. That's all he does is, I mean, mostly it's Sony and PlayStation shit, right? Don't know the joy of playing House as a kid or playing with the Barbie dolls. You won't understand. I played House when I was 4. I could, you know, get into like shooting dinosaurs like from a Jurassic Park when I was like 9. I could totally understand that. He has the reverse Midas touch. Yeah, exactly. Stupid feminists probably think to themselves they compete with a male. No one's going to tell me what to do instead of boycotting the tournament. I mean, for real, dude. And the problem is that a lot of these women are the reason this shit exists in the first place. Let's be fair. The reason that these women exist in these spaces is because men eventually stopped giving a shit because they were tired of getting badgered by women telling them that they were bigots for not allowing them, right? Because women, it's the same thing that started with like the whole, you know, women all have the gay best friend thing. No offense, Patriot, but the whole women needing a gay best friend as like a pet or like something, I don't know. It's the creepiest, weirdest thing. And it's completely not a normal, healthy, like, thing for women to have. But for some weird reason, it's always been this thing where women have to have like the gay best friend. And I think that that's where a lot of like the women get into the drag shows. A lot of women think the trans thing is cool. So if you're that woman and you've got like the trans friend or the trans kid or the gay best friend, or you go to the drag shows, it's some sort of weird like fascination, or I mean, women are obsessed with crime shows, right? I mean, yeah, Patriot, I'm sure you get it, right? Women can finish this entire debate if they consistently open jars on their own. I'm married to a woman who cannot open jars on her own. Okay, so I don't think you're gonna get any argument out of my wife on that one. Oh man. All right. So here's we talked a lot about mixtape the last couple of weeks and the cringe millennial writing, right? Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm starting to believe that millennial writing, and I say this as somebody who identifies more as an exennial. Born in 86, I technically missed the cutoff year for being an exennial by like 1 year. I've been very defensive about how people like to shit on millennials, but to be honest, I'm starting to think millennials are just the worst thing ever. Because this shit right here, this TikTok star who got famous in 2020 for just making silly faces. I mean, Empress, you would be the big exception there, yes. He apparently is getting put into the new 007 game, which I think most people in general are just completely not interested in this game at all. I don't know. Like, for me personally, I have not seen anything about this 007 game that has me interested in playing it at all. It just looks boring. And throwing this kind of shit in there, it just makes me think of how, like, the new Fable game is going to have, like, the Office-style cutaway scenes. Like, why? What? I don't get it. Who's this for? Most people who are fans of The Office, there's not, like, this massive crossover between fantasy RPG, fantasy action game playing people and Office fans, you know? Oh, Black Cat, have you not seen this yet? Yeah. So here's the actual scene, okay? Here you go. Make sure the audio's up because Twitter is always way too quiet.
Wouldn't know where I can find the Tranquility Cave by any chance. Thanks. Wouldn't know where I can find the Tranquility Cave.
You don't know this dude either? He got famous during 2020 for making faces on TikTok. He would just do like this face and motion towards things, and he blew up. He's like a millionaire now, like multi-millionaire from doing stupid TikToks, right? These black people they find for these projects like they made by dyed in the wool triple K racists. I mean, it is strange to me that that's what they are promoting in their game. Like, oh yes, this guy who is big on TikTok 5 years ago, we're going to have him as a meme in the game. I'm like, who actually wants this? This is supposed to be a James Bond game. Like, the people that played like GoldenEye back in the day should be your target audience. Nobody wants this shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Generally, who keeps putting him in games? He hasn't been relevant for like 5 years. Is this Fortnite? God, that looks like Fortnite. If that's not Fortnite, I don't know what it is. Taking up a whole ass battle pass slot too. I think the game has been in development hell, so he was relevant whenever it was being made. Huh. He's never been relevant to me because he's never been funny. I really think COVID broke people's brains and they were laughing at the worst stuff. I think that's honestly the most truthful statement right there. If they had Sydney Sweeney as a cameo Bond woman, then we will talk. But they wouldn't do that, Lucia. Have you seen the women in the new James Bond game? They've already said they're not going to have the whole misogynistic, James Bond womanizing type shit. They're not going to do that. People wonder why some chant death to America. It hurts so bad when I hear people being dumb, getting wealthy for being dumb and unproductive. Yeah, Plix agreed. That guy's walking Sambo. With jiggle physics, yeah. Well, you couldn't have Sydney Sweeney in a game without jiggle physics. Let's be fair about that. Let's be honest. My wife didn't appreciate, like a couple weeks ago, I pointed out that Costco over here hired a chick who, I kid you not, I am not even kidding, looks exactly like Sydney Sweeney. I just thought it was like, that's got to be crazy for her. She probably gets like people talking to her about all the time, like, oh my God, you look like Sydney Sweeney. And my wife did not appreciate it. I'm like, I'm not saying she's hot. I'm just saying, look at her. She looks just like Sydney Sweeney. But apparently that I shouldn't have said that. So I don't know. I'm like, I'm just pointing it out. It's pretty obvious. It's true. They're not going to have misogynist Bond to that point. They should just make a Hitman game. Well, the thing about Sydney Sweeney is, let's be fair, she's only famous and popular because she takes her clothes off. I mean, she's a nice looking girl, but if she didn't like strip naked in everything she was in, she wouldn't be popular. You know, that's just kind of reality. She the Agent 47. Anna Kendrick, that's a name I haven't heard for a while. Yeah, I liked Anna Kendrick in crap, what was the name of that movie, that stupid musical she was in? It was actually pretty funny. Had Rebel Wilson before she lost all that weight. Here we go. Troy Baker said that Intergalactic Heretic Prophet. Oh my God, I cannot wait for this game to come out, guys. It's pitch perfect, thank you. Pretty funny movie. No, I've never seen Cats. She has boobs, and that's how low the bar is. Well, Black Cat, I think the fascination with Sydney Sweeney, obviously, people like the fact that she takes her clothes off. I don't understand that fascination. Like, guys, there's 1.5 million naked people online every second of every day. You don't have to, like, obsess over someone because they take their clothes off for a living. I mean, she's basically... I'm not going to go off on it. Whatever. Okay. But I think it's the fact that her personality kind of caters towards not hating men for thinking she's hot, which is rare in Hollywood these days. Sure, whether you think she's hot or not is subjective. That's entirely up to certain, like, everyone's opinion. The fact that she doesn't seem to care or chastise or look down on men who sexualize her, I think is where the main appeal comes from. Because, prime example, you have women. I saw this GIF, this video on Twitter earlier today of Scarlett Johansson when she first put on the black jumpsuit for Black Widow, right? For the Marvel movies. I think it was for Iron Man 2. And she's like strutting around, and the entire like production crew, Jon Favreau's there, they're all like checking her out, and she's smiling, and they're all kind of like eyeballing her. And Jon Favreau's eyes go straight down to her ass, right? Now, Scarlett Johansson is making statements like, oh, I can't believe how sexualized those movies are, and I can't believe they did. It's like, she was eating it up in the moment, but now looking back, she's all like, oh, those movies were terrible. I can't believe they objectified me like that. It's the fact that Sydney Sweeney doesn't do that, I think, is what the fascination is she doesn't seem to hate her target audience. Well, I know it's an extremely low bar. Don't get me wrong. It's a very low bar. But, no, not Sydney Watson. Hambley thinks about that every day. Well, yeah, and QC jerks, I think that's right. I think most men these days are so disgusted and turned off by the level of wretched excess when it comes to the amount of makeup that women wear, that it's like you see some girl who looks nice, even if she's not like hot, but she just looks like a nice, semi-natural, semi-normal looking woman that doesn't seem to have like 1 million pounds of makeup or, you know, tons of Botox and stuff. And it's like, oh, look, a living, breathing human being. It's an actual woman, right? It's a start. Yeah, it's a start. Exactly. Imagine if the Heretic games coming on PS6 were cooked. I mean, some people are saying it's probably going to be 2027. I don't know when the PS6 game is coming out, but it is going to be a console exclusive if everything Sony has indicated is true. Heretic Prophet's a single player game, which means it won't be on PC, which would be absolutely hilarious to see, especially given the fact that we're going to start seeing weekly active players of a game on PlayStation, which is going to tell us basically kind of like the Steam charts, how many people are actually playing it, right? She actually looks better without makeup. Well, the thing is, she doesn't really usually wear like as much makeup as, let's say, a Megan Fox type a woman, right? I officially objectify Sydney Sweeney. You could do whatever you want to. I'm not here to tell you whether she's hot or not. I'm just pointing out, I think the reason men obsess over her so much, you know. I think hot people kind of look boring. Sydney Watson's actually pretty to me. Well, but again, I think most men prefer a more natural looking woman. I think that's in general the way most people are. Does she need to be breathing? Oh my God. Oh man. They're going for weekly players because it looks bigger. It's not actually giving any real info. I mean, true, but at least it's something, right? Yeah, John, exactly. Every one of them to get a role to become famous. It's the whole Peter Dinklage, you know, the little midget dwarf dude. He got famous playing roles as a dwarf, as a little person, and then he pulled up the little step stool after himself for anybody that came after him, you know? Oh yeah, dude, QC, I think that's all of us. I think that's most men. It takes a really demented, sick, twisted individual to prefer women that look like plastic. So Troy Baker, who apparently is also in this game, says it's the most ambitious project that Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog have ever done. Says it is the most ambitious thing that either of them has ever done. And Neil and everyone at the studio are throwing their full weight behind this project. It'll be out in due time. Oh my God, this game is going to be so bad. This game is going to be so bad. There was recently a statement from Tatiana Gabrielle, I think her name is, about this as well. I don't know, guys. This thing looks like ass. I'm not even lying. It's so bad. Peter Dinklage has a little... Oh my God. Here's a funny one, though. This was on Twitter, or... Was this? Oh, this is Blue Sky. I forgot. Jason Schreier. I don't think he uses Twitter anymore. This is from a few days ago. It says, a lot of people have wondered why Bungie didn't immediately start working on Destiny 3 after the final shape 2 years ago. The answer, as it usually is how much money it would take. And then this person here, Gavo, responds and says, company that has no issue letting Naughty Dog spend 5+ years and $300 million on a single-player title, now concerned about spending money on a new MMO shooter with a built-in fanbase. Just fantastic. Schreier then responds and says, oh, they definitely have an issue with that. Hey, Rabnat, how's it going, buddy? Gonna watch Summer's Game Fest or do a live reaction? Well, when is it? Let me see when it is. If it's a day where I'm at work, but I'm not going to be super, super busy, then I might be able to do it from work. I just don't really deal with like webcam and stuff at work. I have an extra one. It's my old one I used to use. Summer Games Fest. June 5th, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Friday, June 5th. Possibly. I got to see what else I got going on that day. It's in the summer. Yeah, there's a joke right there. It's Blue Sky. Exactly. Summer lovin'. Dude, my mother-in-law, we just had her 60th birthday party because her birthday's coming up and we're going to have, playoff games, so we weren't going to be able to celebrate on her birthday. So this weekend we did her birthday party, kind of like a little surprise get-together. And so we did like a 60s, 70s, and 80s playlist mix or whatever. And that song came out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not loving it. I haven't watched Grease since I was a kid. And that just was not, I don't know. Can I click on Schreier's picture? He's looking pretty rough these days. This is his old picture, man. He's had this picture for forever. I know this is a screenshot, so I can't click on his actual picture. It's before I fly to Portugal. Yeah, I'm not flying anywhere. I didn't used to hate Greece when I was a kid, but I do hate it now. No, I mean, the picture you want is the goblin one that I've got saved on my bookmarks. I'd have to scroll through a bunch of bookmarks to find it, though. So, here you go. You wanted a picture of Jason Schreier. But this isn't even an old one. This is like a new one. This is a pretty old one here. My wife likes it. I feel like it's a chick thing. Maybe it's a chick thing. I don't know, to be honest. Yes, so Jason Schreier clarified that his comments about Naughty Dog were not meant to single out the studio as a unique problem for Sony. Sure they weren't. Okay. He says the whole point of this response is that Sony, like other game companies, has an issue with swelling budgets and timelines wherever they may be. The nerdy Jew, I mean, yeah. This comes after people online interpreted his earlier comments as direct criticism of Naughty Dog, but it was. Schreier says his point was actually about the wider AAA industry where games are taking longer to make and costing far more than they used to. Yeah, okay. Well, oh my God. I told you the picture of him as the goblin from freaking from what's it, Crimson Desert is just so painfully spot on, painfully accurate. He could smoke a cigarette in the rain. Yeah. All right. So H Brown, we were asking about Dustborn, and I didn't know this until an hour ago. Okay. And it's making sense now. It's starting, everything's kind of coming full circle. Ironically, seeing as Luna Abyss, it's a moon, circle, moon. No pun intended. But Luna Abyss, for anybody who wasn't here for the game stream on Friday, was it? Oh, Saturday. Sorry, my bad. It's a AA game, originally from an indie studio that a publisher named Quali Labs, I can't remember what the name is officially, in the UK. They purchased I guess they absorbed the indie studio or purchased the game project from them, and they finished the game and published it, and it's like a Metroid Prime, boomer shooter, Doom kind of game. Decent story, decent acting, the combat's really not complicated. It's actually very simple. But the game itself is fine. I was actually enjoying it for once. I was playing a, indie AA game that I got a free key from Keymailer, and I'm like, all right, I'm having a good time. It's decent to look at. It's actually fun to play. The story's not bad. Cool. Well, then you get like 5 hours into the game and it's like, I'm not a she, I'm a they. And you go, oh my God. And it's not one of those things that completely ruins the entire game. You could ignore it and keep playing. But it's just, why the hell is it even there, right? Why is it even there? So the thing about this game is a lot of people, while I was playing it, were pointing out, well, it's kind of weird that there's like, male robot characters inhabited by females and vice versa. And I'm like, it doesn't really matter because they're just essentially shells. It's kind of like Marathon in that respect, where you're not actually the person you're controlling. You're just inhabiting a shell with your consciousness, right? But then I started thinking about it, That is exactly what I meant by too much VJJ. It is obvious the woman made the game. Well, it does ruin the whole game. Well, I'm not saying, Tekla, I'm not saying that for me, it didn't piss me off and make me go, what the hell is wrong with these people? Why? And I probably won't even get around to finishing the game now. I'm saying, as the gameplay goes, it doesn't make the gameplay worse. But in the back of your mind, if you're going, okay, the gameplay is very much... I had the game on the second to hardest difficulty setting, and last night, just filming background footage, I beat this boss on the first try when I should have died based on the fact that I wasn't even paying attention, and I managed to stay alive and beat the boss. The gameplay is not difficult, right? And anytime there's a game that's supposed to be again, this is supposed to be like a bullet hell type game, but it's not that hard, not that difficult, you start going, okay, is it made easier because accessibility reasons, which we all know leans like leftist mentality? I thought it looked boring as hell. It was, it might have been boring as hell to watch. It's actually really enjoyable to play. But you also have to accept the fact that it's not meant to be like an extreme... look, for all the shitting on Saros that we've done over the past few weeks, for like the Indian cuck simulator thing, the gameplay of that game, I'm sure, is far more difficult than Luna Abyss. Luna Abyss, it does seem simply like very watered down. If the gameplay is generic and with the crappy story, it's not worth it. Well, the story was fine up until that point. Have you liked this gameplay? The superior version is called Nier Automata. I thought Nier Automata was a third-person game, though, not first-person. Doing your kid playing propaganda, simple answer is no. Yeah, Tekla, exactly. I mean, that is the simple answer, but this is also not a quote-unquote kids game. But I know what you're saying there. I get you. Walking simulator. Hey, you know what? I am not going to quote-unquote defend the game because I don't need to. The game is what it is. I thought it was decently enjoyable. I thought there were aspects to it that were fun. And I thought it was pretty, decently well made. I didn't have a lot of complaints about the game itself. But then you get to that part of the game. In fact, let me, I even recorded my gameplay footage last night, specifically at that part for anybody who's not quite sure what we're talking about. Let me pull up my screen recording here. Hang on a second. All right, here we go. So just so you guys kind of understand. I watched Tride's video. The trans element is a huge turnoff. I mean, notice that part isn't within the first 2 hours. Exactly. I mean, it's crazy how that works, right? Let me see. You probably can't hear the audio. It's too easy. And it's like, okay, those things are always like signs. Like... All right. That was me talking to my wife, I think. At some point, I muted my microphone. Hopefully. I think it's right here. Anyways, if you can't hear it, says, that's a good job well done last. Thanks for your help. And you get 2 dialogue options. One says, I'm a they, not a she. And the other one is, I was doing myself a favor mostly. I tried both dialogue options. This one here, if you pick I'm a they, not a she. That's not very loud at all. That's crazy. Oh, here you go. I must have been retarded or something. I didn't... Hang on a sec. Any trans elements a complete turn off for me? I mean, I didn't know at the time that there was like trans elements in the game, dude. For real. Sounds like they transitioned. I don't want to jump ahead, you know? I can't believe someone unironically put that, like, feels like a parody.
I'm a they, not a she.
Begging your pardon. I meant no disrespect.
Again, completely not needed in the game. It's just one of those things where it's like, we need to have you clarify your pronouns because we need to have this other character make some groveling apology. Yeah, look at Francis. So this is after, at this point in the game, I noticed that there was like 2 of these spider dudes, right? And both of them are chicks on top, and then this giant spider weird body thing. And then, of course, you know, the boobs with no nipples and all that shit, right? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, hang on a second. Like, is this, like, they're all male. Every single one of these things is a dude. Like, what is the reasoning behind this, you know? Sounds like a dude but has boobs. So, Kanyo, the whole thing about this game is your consciousness gets detached from your body and you inhabit these scout bodies. And all these people down here, the robots and the shit that you're controlling, they're disconnected consciousnesses that are just controlling these other things. So if you think about it in that respect, you go, okay, it's like Marathon. It's like anything else where you are controlling a machine subconsciously, right? But then you go, why is it that all of these things with like these weird androgynous half-naked chicks are all men? And it's true, like all 4 of them were like this. Now, you get to this point in the game here. This is where I actually beat the boss, okay? Let me go to this final boss battle here. And here's where you get some actual like story exposition, all right? Here you go. Boss is dead. Go touch the little ball thing. Now, mind you, this is 20 minutes after you have the entire I'm a they, not a she line. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Edwin? Is that you?
No. My name is Fawkes. Who... What are you?
William. At least, I think I'm William. Is Edwin with you?
I'm sorry, I don't know who Edwin is.
Evangelion called, they want their scene back.
How sorry I am. Please, if you can just take me to him.
I don't think that's possible. Not anymore.
My name is Who Gives a Fox. Let me guess, Fox is Edwin? No, William is the person that was trapped inside the monster that you kill. William is looking for Edwin. They were lovers, apparently.
I'm not me anymore, am I? It was all real then. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
Yes, William's gay, apparently.
He gathered them all, the lost and the...
And I think I was telling DB Wild when I was streaming this on Saturday, we were talking about this. No, the game is gay. You're all gay for now watching it. The whole thing is like there's the quote-unquote church, and then there's this fate organization, which is like going, I guess, counter to the church and all that. And so... yeah, there's definitely a lot of room for interpretation. I think it is probably one of these, like the church is the bad guy, and you can make that work in certain aspects, certain games, certain stories, but it is kind of just like a tired trope that a lot of this shit always leans into. See how many blue-haired Septum Pierce people worked on this game. Oh, I haven't even done the deep digging on that yet, okay? I have not even tried looking into that. But yes, here's where he talks about Edwin being his lover.
Will you take me to him? My Edwin.
My Edwin.
He's gone, William. There's nothing more you can do.
So, yeah.
I think there might be a way to help you.
The first romantic encounter you have in this game, for anybody, is this dude William, who you free from inside a monster, and he's looking for Edwin, his lost love, right? So, once you get to see the pics of the devs, it'll explain a lot. Oh, Kanyo, I'm sure, dude, I'm sure. Fire Emblem Three Houses, never played it, but makes my brain hurt in a way I don't like. You got trapped in a well-made game that pushes acceptance of the message late in the game. Devs were extra sneaky with this one, kept the coding hidden until late. NCDB, a lot of people are like, the game looks boring and this and that. Okay, we can agree that it's not going to appeal to everybody as far as the gameplay. And like I've said, it's very simple. The gameplay is not very difficult. So for a lot of people who are looking for a more difficult Doom type experience, it's not going to appeal to them. I was just pleasantly surprised by how decent the game was. I'm like, oh, it's a decent game. I'm actually, I'm interested. I'm entertained. It's fine. It's something different. I would never like gone on my way to go looking for the game, but I'm like, all right, fair enough. I got to give it a chance and I'm actually enjoying it. So whatever, cool. Yeah, well, the game has a whopping, less than 300 reviews, 110 in game. Now, again, 80% positive. That seems decent, right? Why isn't there any modern straight couple games? Great question. I guess modern and straight couple doesn't exist together in the same universe. I don't know. If she just calmed to be Ed, or guy's not gay, he's bi or blah. I'll claim to be Edwin. Oh my god, didn't sell well. No, well, remember this is a game that's currently on Game Pass, right? I got played it. Oh well, I didn't get played because I didn't buy the game. I got a free copy. So technically, there was literally was no skin off my back to play the game. Didn't cost me a dime, and not because I played it on Game Pass. I got a free Steam copy, so it truly did not cost me a single dime. Did I get tricked? Absolutely. But as far as that goes. It's not a bit difficult. It looks boring. I stayed for you. The game put me to sleep. That's crazy. QC, were you here for Aphelion? Because at least for me, this game was more interesting to play. Aphelion was like playing Relooted. I swear to God, it was like the worst experience I've ever had in my entire life. It was so bad. Game needs boobies and boobies need games. It depends on the game. You weren't... Oh my God. Okay. QC, Aphelion was worse. Aphelion was the second most boring game stream I've ever done. Relooted was the absolute worst. But now we're going to get to the actual Steam forums for this game. Okay? Oh, QC, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, but 1348 was actually fun to play. It was fun to make fun of. It was fun to actually like play through and watch. Like, not even going to lie. That one was actually enjoyable for me, at least. So, getting over here to the discussions for Luna Abyss over on Steam, we now have one that, as of yesterday, was not a locked topic, and today it is. So this person here, Madness, put on here, why delete topics saying, the typo here, it's like this is a pet peeve of mine, why delete topics which say the game is woke? Don't get me wrong, I like the game, I just thought that in the future they would stop having such issues. David, I am hoping for a 1348 sequel. I'm not even kidding. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Okay, so from the developer, Sarah M. with a private profile, probably not a biological woman by the sounds of things. Hi there. Deleted topics are usually because they have been flagged and reported and taken down. Topics like these usually encourage a spur of negative comments, and we want these forums to be a safe and civil place for people to talk about the game. So Madness replied, all right, thank you. Again, he asked a question and he's being respectful with his response, right? Yeah, this guy here says, define safe, after that define civil. When you've done that, post that within your community guidelines. Right now, you seem to be someone trying to silence a dissenting opinion. By the way, it's not going to silence the wave of majority opinion. Lesbianites. Even when it says devs, usually it's community managers for the game. Right. A lot of times that's the case. Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God, 1369. This time it's two guys. Yeah, safe and civil means no criticism. Exactly. All right. So then you get to this person here. Define being pedantic. Oh yeah. That person, probably a dude who thinks he's a chick. But he's played 7.5 hours of Luna Abyss, so he's clearly enjoying it. Person says, I've played a few levels, it's not even woke at all. People love to ruin everything. Well, doesn't start off seeming that way. A game is woke is in something like the latest Dragon Age. It breaks my immersion because they're feeding me political view. I completed the entire game, and honestly, I would love to know where the hell the wokeness is in this game. Are they talking about these later guys and the spiders? Is that about it? That's the wokeness? No, the dude missed the entire I'm a they shit. Oh my God. You're getting deleted because when Steam decides to do their job, these topics are, despite what you think, against Steam's TOS. That's not on the devs. That's on you for being so disruptive. Steam themselves has no choice be to clap your post. Wow, these people need to learn how to type. No, that's not what I said, and you know it. The whole woke DEI whatever conversation goes against Steam's guidelines, and there's literally no way you wouldn't know that. Yes, I'm woke and I love Luna Abyss. Whining about DEI woke BS is considered respectfully now, LMAO. Hope game devs keep making woke games. It's funny how mad people get. I love it. It's funny how mad people get. Isn't it funny when nobody buys their games? Like, isn't it funny that you guys are basically not going to have any games to play in the future because every one of the games you love for being dog shit political messaging, nobody buys? I know it doesn't go against the brown. I know that. The reviews in Spanish are negative because of the use of inclusive language. This language is prohibited in many countries and educational institutions because it's considered poor spelling. At universities, students who submit work using this language fail. Oh, so basically, hey, Elgon, he's talking about the fact that when you have the they-them bullshit in Spanish, it doesn't translate, right? Because again, in other languages, they use like, gendered terms. Male, female, neuter, all that kind of stuff. Later, Patriot. Have a good night, buddy. Then you got the same guy responding, some people would have words to say about weirdos from liberal places deciding to use their review time to call out a game made by a team with a lot of women as woke because of one line talking about pronouns, especially if they're from Spain saying this drivel. Imagine paying the cost of a game and instead of talking about the game and its benefits, you're the guy who wrote an AI review calling this game a walking simulator because, well, they mentioned pronouns at some point. Oh my God. Person says because we're sick to death of reading them. Every opinion's valid. If there's something you don't like, just say so. Yeah. I will say there's a lot of these that are very long-winded. But there's one I thought that was actually really important because it was the original poster of the game, right? Of the, or the one that got deleted. They might have yeeted it from here also. It's one of those games. Yeah. A strange narrative moment. One scene that really took me out was the strange moment where Fox corrected one of the characters to use they and not she. I was left to pause to ask myself where the hell did that come from? It's never mentioned in any other character, including people who couldn't have heard that information. So this tells me Fox doesn't go around correcting everyone, yet they're still able to refer to Fox by their preferred pronouns without callouts. Again, the craziest part is that, yeah, here we go. Having this scene ground the game in a reality that hit way too close to home left me confused for hours, wondering what needed to happen. Did it help the game's narrative? No. Did it help Fox characterization? Also no. You got to remember, these freaking... like the spider trans looking dudes, they are basically giving up on survival. They've been trapped in the abyss for hundreds of years. It's very much like a Dark Souls kind of like dreary, depressing, bleak atmosphere in the game, right? the reality is, like, if you're gonna have characters do this exposition dump where they have to like lecture and correct somebody else on their pronouns, don't have them chastising a character who's been living in misery for like 150 years by saying, I know I sound like a girl, but you're supposed to call me they. It just makes your character seem like an asshole. Like, it just makes your character seem like a complete and utter dick, right? Yeah, same in Polish and nouns, adjectives, verbs, it's all gendered, right? Exactly. German's even more confusing because you got male, female, and neuter. It's not just two genders, it's three with German. Most gamers don't live in discussion sections, much like Reddit community tabs are filled with the biggest trolls and white knights, for real. Again, talking about the Spanish stuff, there was a post here, though, from somebody originally that I thought was really important, but I'm not, I wonder if they deleted it now. I remember Avernum sent it to me yesterday or 2 days ago after we talked about this, and I'm not seeing the original post here anymore. That's really strange. It was from the person who started this entire thing, the thread that they deleted, apparently. Yeah, I remember his profile picture, and he's not on here anymore. It can already be confusing in German if you add that they to it. It just gets worse. I can't even imagine, dude. Because when I learned German, it was I was 6. Well, originally I was 13 when I first started learning German, and then I was like 16 when I really started taking like college level German classes. Instead of the undead curse, Luna Abyss world has the gay curse. Yeah. This comment section is painful. Oh, come on, man. Oh my god. It's not anti-consumer to say they. It's extremely anti-consumer if you think that people want to see that bullshit in your game. Absolutely it is. Oh my god. All right. Then you got this one here saying, Fox is they. Okay. Not she. It's canon in the game and comes out of nowhere, but that's okay. She can be wrong. It's not a big deal. I don't even know if this person's a troll or if they like the fact that it's a they. Someone says, what are you talking about? There's like one line of text in the game where the protagonist can say they use a non-binary pronoun they, but you can't choose she. You just choose a separate line of dialogue. Your character is still a they, them, even if you don't choose to correct the spider person, right? Has not come up again since then, and I am close to the second gatekeeper. Well, good for you. Non-binary go burr, you were never going to buy it anyways. Acting like you types ever buy, let alone play games. I probably have more games than this dude here does, let's be honest. It's an optional dialogue choice. Y'all act like it's forced on you. How much has Sony lost on identity bullshit? Exactly. Exactly. One line's enough, sorry, you were trying to hide it. Well, I mean, dude, you literally have to play the game for like at least... And again, I wasn't taking my time. I was pretty much rushing through most of it. You have to get through like at least 3 or 4 hours of the game before you get to that line, right? So clearly they intentionally put it past that refund window. Like, there's no way that they didn't. Why would they not put it there? So getting to how this connects to Dustborn. When I was Googling the voice actress, and we talked about the voice actress for the character Fox, the main character. And I will say, I thought the voice acting in the game was fine, except for the main character. The main character, very flat, very boring, very much a very monotonous voice. I thought some of the other voice actors in the game were pretty decent. There was a few characters that was like, it's not a bad voice actor, that's cool, whatever. And then there was the main character, Fox, played by, I cannot even pronounce her name. I gotta look her up on IMDb, and we'll talk about her in a second. When I Googled this person under the news tab on Google, on Chrome, the only thing that popped up were 2 old Bounding into Comics articles from 2 years ago. The reason for that is that Safaya Inga, who's the voice actress from Lunar Abyss, apparently was the voice actress for this character from Dustborn. Now, if you don't remember, in Dustborn, as I recall, this is the overweight, nose-ringed, vitiligo-ridden, I believe she's also a lesbian and Muslim in the game. I remember at some point I was watching somebody play Dustborn, and I think this character comes out with like a burqa or one of those head wraps at some point. Is Dustborn Concord 6 or 7? No, because it didn't have the budget of Concord. It's not a Concord. There's Dustborn likes and there's Concord likes. So you got to remember they're 2 separate categories. Since when do Arabs suffer from vitiligo? Yes. Vitiligo will make me God. Oh my God, that's amazing. I got to remember that. So, yes, the character this actress, Safaya Ingar, who we talked about her a little bit on the stream while we were playing the game. She plays Kira Metz in The Witcher on Netflix, seasons 3, 4, and I would guess 5, which hasn't even been filmed yet. A show that is complete dog shit compared to the books. They completely ruined everything about most of the characters, the casting, the way they portrayed some of the characters, the storyline, all this stuff, causing Henry Cavill to, basically abandon the show after season 3. And yes, the actress, Safaya Ingar, same chick from Luna Abyss, same chick that's the queer, non-binary, LGBT, Muslim, Indian-born British actress from The Witcher, is also the same one from Dustborn and from Lunar Abyss. Sai. Pronouns she, her. Lesbian Muslim, that's like saying I fuck my God. So many checkpoints ticked in one character. So going back to like all the conversations that are had about Erika Ishii and why people can't stand activist voice actors and why people can't stand activist voice actresses and why it seems that so many of these people have such a profound effect on the characters that they play, and everyone's like, no, they don't change characters for voice actors. That's crazy. You're a conspiracy theorist. Why would they do that, right? Why would they do that? Oh, it just seems very interesting to me that not only do you have a game like Dustborn where they specifically make this character a queer, I believe, non-binary or lesbian Muslim that just happens to be the same thing the voice actress is. Then you have this game, Luna Abyss, which doesn't have any reason to put this in the game, but where she has to chastise the character that she's talking to for not calling her a they. It's like, come on, guys. She throws herself off roofs. Oh, my God. They do that in real acting. Yeah, they absolutely do it. 100%. Take that chick to Iran. Yeah, the Queers for Palestine meme never gets old, guys. It really doesn't. So, yeah, I mean, I would imagine if I looked into the studio that made... In fact, we're going to do this in real time. Let me pull this up here a second. We're going to do this in real time. We'll do the fact checking here. Because why the hell not? This is what we're here for, right?
Declare
Let me see.
bankruptcy!
Bankruptcy!
To this point, the Concord tax is real. Slop game.
I mean, for real, the Concord tax exists in so many different ways. One of it being the situation we've seen with Sony and PlayStation, the price increases and everything else. And then, of course, the sheer utter state of these games, man. These shitty, like, double and triple A games coming out that are just slop. Thanks for the 2, Lucy. I appreciate you, buddy. Last of Us 2 is probably the first extremely woke game because it sold well. People don't include it in the woke list. But Geek, as I recall, I remember at the time when the game came out, it actually had a large amount of refunds too. I remember that there was a story I read once about how apparently a lot of people were actually returning Last of Us Part 2 to their local game stores and like demanding refunds and shit. So again, whether or not they actually got refunds, I have no idea. No clue. Bonsai Collective is a UK-based video game development studio. All right, let's see. Bonsai Collective. Their flagship title is Luna Abyss. Okay, so Bonsai Collective must have been formed by Quali Interactive or whatever they're called. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Do they have a website? Wait. Studio Culture. Oh, hang on a second. Let me see. Let me look at this. Okay. Studio's flagship title is Luna Abyss, single-player first-person action-adventure game. Okay. Studio Culture and Industry Standing. Funding. The team has raised $3.5 million in funding, including investments from Super.com, while maintaining complete creative control over their projects. Their collective is known for its inclusive environment, explicitly prioritizing the mental health and well-being of its developers, including flexible work hours and therapy access. Oh my God. Oh my God. The game also got leaked because some employee knew the story was shit. Which game are we talking about? The Saints Row one? Or Last of Us 2? Don't slander Iran. You're thinking about Saudis, the country you're allied with. Oh my God. I'm not allied with any of them. Last of Us 2? Yeah, I couldn't remember if that actually happened or not, the whole return thing. Lesbians' last words in Palestine. Whoa! Saints were at the opposite. Devs were so confident it was good that they were attacking the community. Yeah, it never works well to do that. That's never a good idea. Thought I was signed in on LinkedIn. Oh my god, they've got a pride flag as their freaking background picture on... Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. All right. I think this is worth making a video about tomorrow night. This is worth it. 1000%. Nobody will watch the video because no one's heard of this game. Tells you all you need to know. Yeah. Oh, let's go to their website. Let's go to their website. Site is currently private. If you're the owner or contributor, log in. No! Are you serious? Oh, come on, man. Son of a bitch. I am logged in on LinkedIn. They privated their site. Holy crap. I do watch your videos. Oh, thanks, John. Cage isn't here to tell you that he watches them, although for the longest time he kept telling me he doesn't watch my videos. I'm like, well, that's not very helpful. Okay, hang on a second. Dude, their site. Okay, let me get logged in on... Why am I not logged in on LinkedIn? I even have a dummy account on here. I made up a really cool name and everything. Here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Bonsai Collective. 11 to 50 employees. Oh my god. Here you go. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Unlock this profile. Why can't we see it? Outside your network has limited visibility. Holy shit. So not only are they have their website privated, but they have all of their like lead game designers and shit basically hidden to where you have to purchase extra like search tools and stuff through LinkedIn to even see them. They've all hidden their profiles. Does anyone see the funny there? I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious what we're looking at here. I would say it's well, the lead guy looks like a straight dude, but everyone else oh my god. I had no idea. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, I'm not gay enough to see their profiles, apparently. Man, it's crazy. And here's the craziest part. Let me pull this back up. I can't remember where I found this. Let me show you guys. This goes back to like The Witcher 3, right? Look at me, I'm so gay. This goes back to Witcher 3 because the character that the they, them, she, it, question mark plays on The Witcher. When you look at like the side by side of her from the game, it's not even the same, like at all. Yeah, here you go. This is nuts. Yeah, Kira Metz from CD Projekt Red versus Kira Metz from Netflix. I mean, come on. It's like you're not even trying, guys. Not even trying. I'm starting to think that there are only two types of people that exist in the UK, Muslims and insurance. I mean, you're not wrong. They're the same picture. Yeah, I mean, Geek, I was trying my hardest, and I still think that Anya Chalotra can be pretty in certain situations, but my god, she is not. She is not Yennefer. I mean, Triss. No, guys, I'm Team Triss, okay? Yennefer is a straight-up bitch. All right, Yennefer, if you read the books, screw Yennefer. She's awful. I would much rather Geralt have ended up with Triss than Yennefer. And Triss is the hot redhead, She was hateful? Yeah. No, but honestly, they did all of them dirty. Even the ones that aren't ugly They did all of them dirty. But this guy's this right here. I mean, damn. Do you know it's an art to poop out of your mouth? Yeah, they took all the hot witch gals and made them the frumpiest looking girls imaginable. What is that one? That's okay. The one on the right, guys. This is the voice actress. This is the one that plays Keira Metz in Netflix, The Witcher. She's the vitiligo chick on Dustborn, and she's the main character on Luna Abyss, the game that I was playing on Saturday. Okay. Looks like someone who works at Aldi as a cashier. No, Geek, I mean, I know that people are going to have different interpretations. The way that I read Yennefer from the book, I hated her. I hated the character of Yennefer. I thought she was awful. I thought she was truly awful. There's one point in one of the earlier books in the series where basically she traveled with Geralt to some city, and while she's there with Geralt, she's banging some other sorcerer dude that she knew she's been in love with or in a relationship with and off and on for like years. And basically she leaves Geralt and this sorcerer to kill each other to fight over her, right? You know, and she's like, well, I'm not going to choose. You can't make me choose. So you guys sort it out, basically. So at least I need a white wig. I mean, well, so again, how many different women from the Witcher series, these witches, you have Anya Chalotra, who's Indian, playing Yennefer. You've got this gal playing Keira Metz. She's Indian. You've got the gal that plays Triss, who's something non-white, right? It's crazy. Work at Starbucks needs a nose ring? Yeah, exactly. I can't even with this shit. Oh my God, it's crazy. Absolutely nuts. So here you go. This guy, Timon Smektala, talking about how these people are shutting down criticism, right? Not a real redhead? Yeah. Timon Smektala, former franchise director and lead designer of the Dying Light series at Techland, recently shared his perspective on player feedback after stepping down from the studio in May 2026. He stated that developers have a strict obligation to listen to players, even when those players are often wrong about the solutions. Check that out. Okay. After all this conversation about these weirdos shutting down conversations, saying you can't say that, this is our safe space bubble and all that shit, you got these guys actually saying, hey, you know, you have to listen to player feedback even if they're wrong. I mean, well, no. The girl that played Ciri, I thought was pretty. I thought that she actually played the character well. Granted, I think the actress was too old to be playing Ciri at the age she was playing her. But be careful with cosplaying Keira Metz. Some of your watchers will want you to wear her first outfit in the game, which is naked. Yeah, I didn't remember her character much from the game. I remember the scene where I think you go on a picnic with her or something, and you can either bang or not bang. But I remember... Shit, is that the one with there's like a ghost or a demon? I can't remember that part of the game. So this is another idea if my audience can support it. Yeah, I'm not doing cosplay. Only cosplay I do is as a 40-year-old man with a receding hairline. If you want their money, you better find a solution that'll satisfy them. Exactly. Thanks, developer. I now know the error of my ways. Developers know best. Yeah. At first, I was for letting the developers make their own game, but now I've changed my mind. Make games for gamers. Dude, 100%. Exactly. His point was that players are usually very good at noticing problems in a game. He says they can quickly tell when something feels frustrating, boring, unfair, or broken. Players don't always know the technical limits behind development or the studio's long-term plans for the game. I mean, that's fair enough. I think that's a fine thing to say. Getting into that, you have an actor, Elias Toufexis, from Marathon. He doesn't get why people root for games to fail. Says, life is so short, man. Just stop tweeting memes under things for 6 hours. I will not. I'm going to start tweeting harder. Come on, man. Oh my God. I was working a marathon yesterday and I was like, guys, tell me to stop engaging on X because I keep engaging and I really shouldn't, he said. Well, he isn't afraid of saying anything that'll get him fired. He's tired of a particular strain of outrage, which mostly crops up on the Everything app. I saw some guy like, I don't want to get into specifics, but they're just like, I hope Bungie fails because of the woke leftist ideology. And I'm like, I'm working with 4 white guys and 2 white women. I don't understand this. Where are you getting this? Oh, so he thinks if you're white, you can't be a woke leftist. That's crazy. That sounds kind of racist. What? Wait, what? That sounds kind of racist. Luna Abyss is a standout game that FPS fans looking for a challenge. Even their description's a lie. Game was easy. Yeah, QC, that's the thing. It's like, I really should have turned the difficulty to the worst, like the highest difficulty, because I was the second from the highest difficulty, and I had a really easy time with the game. Like, it's crazy. White people are what made things woke. They don't even know what woke is. Exactly. Tufex has said that he welcomes critique both as an actor and of the games and films that he's in, but feels that some go a bridge too far. I understand Bungie made a game, Destiny 2, that people loved, and then they kind of were like, we're going to put that on hold and we're going to work on Marathon. People got upset about that. Cool, don't play Marathon, that's fine. Speak with your wallet, that's fine. In fact, his bone to pick is specifically with accounts dedicated to spreading outrage. He's talking about me. Life is so short, man. Just stop tweeting memes under things for 6 hours. I think he's talking specifically, though, about that account, Noir, I think it is. Can't remember what his user. The dude, he tweets at least once or twice a week. It's a dancing scene from Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And he's all like, Bungie's failing, this is failing, life is good, right? Can't stand when these leftists act like they don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. Do they have pink hair and nose rings? No, this is oh, you're talking about the white co-workers of his? Probably. We don't want the type of experiences they make, and we're voting with our wallets. Yeah, isn't it crazy? He's like, don't spend your money, but shut up. Critique the game, critique my work, totally acceptable, but there's people that go on Twitter and post the memes. This is Concord 2, this is No, it's not Concord 2, it's Concord 3. Get it right. Holy shit, man. Why are you spending hours doing this? How do you hope something fails? Oh man, this guy he don't know what he has no idea what he's getting himself into. He just don't know. He added all that incensed online chatter was familiar to him from previous work like Starfield and Star Trek Discovery. Oh my god. He was on Star Trek Discovery. Concord said. Oh my god, both of which attracted criticism from right-wing troll. No. You don't got to be right-wing to look at Star Trek Discovery and say that show was a piece of shit. Okay? Right-wingers are not the reason Starfield got mocked and ridiculed. It has nothing to do with right-wing versus left-wing. He's Canadian. Oh my god, that explains it. The Star Trek discourse existed long before the game even released, and the game released and was boring to a lot of people. A lot of people had performance issues. The game was like 200 gigabytes to install or some crazy shit. You had to have room on your SSD for it to even run. Like, I tried running the game on my hard drive, and it's not like, oh, well, it had poor performance, but it still ran. The game legitimately was like 5 frames every 10 seconds on my hard drive. I had to move it to my SSD, which was a chore because, again, it's like 150 gigabytes of data or whatever. Yeah, just consume product, exactly. Do all these articles get 24 concurrents up to 680,000? No. Yeah, so it says, and a bit funny in this case of Star Trek, a notoriously political show from its very inception. People just want to hate. I really don't understand it. It's more sad than anything. Star Trek was not an inherently left-wing political show, though. Like, if you go back to the original Star Trek, it was more of like this, dare I say, maybe more like libertarian idea of like, I don't know. Like, Star Trek, people have been doing this for, Star Trek was always woke. I don't think they know what the term even means, right? He says, I saw a review this morning from one of your fellow magazines, and it was a great review. And then under it, it used to be like 9 out of 10 comments were hate. Now it's 9 out of 10 positive. One guy's hate, and it's all replies like, shut up, shut up, shut up. So that's good, and I hope that continues. What the hell? Come on, man. No. Star Trek was left-wing. It just wasn't pants-on-head retarded. Yeah, it was more, I don't know. I feel like it just tried to appeal to like the good nature of mankind, which I guess tends to be more of like a liberal bleeding heart mentality, but it wasn't like some woke leftist Marxist propaganda bullshit. Yeah, it was progressive. Exactly. It wasn't meant to be like, it was very neutral. It was about bringing people in from both sides and bringing them together to understand each other for a common goal. Right. Okay. So exactly what I'm saying. It was about like finding the good in humanity, which again, to be fair, might be more of a progressive liberal mindset. Oh my God. Mr. Hardcore Mode says, Elias, if you ever get your order wrong at a restaurant, don't say anything, just eat it. Well, okay, yeah. What do you do? You're already at the restaurant. You've ordered your food, which means that technically you're on the hook to pay for it. So like, okay, you bought the game and now you get served the restaurant, slop, you get served the game. Or you can't close your wallet after you've already been served the food without complaining about it. So what, you just eat it and then move on with your day? Pay for shit? Is that what he's saying, basically? Modern progressives are not the same liberals that did those. They intentionally use labels to make it seem like they are. Yeah, it's all subversive shit. It's intentionally subversive. We all know that. So getting into more of this, Marathon voice director pushes back against online hate around Bungie shooters, says players can speak with your wallet instead of rooting for to fail. It says people just want to hate. Like, it's crazy. He's not just a voice actor or something. He's the actual voice director telling people to close their wallets. Here's the thing. This is the kind of negative press that I don't understand. TNG showed you the best future, but Discovery is mentally damaged. Right, exactly. I'm allergic to peanuts. Here we go. If we just want to hate... I mean, dude, I was willing to give Luna Abyss a try. I was actually allowing myself to just enjoy it for what it was. Yeah, I had lots of problems. It was kind of... I mean, the gameplay itself wasn't slow. It was just too easy. It was easy. The story was rather, simple, but at least interesting to me. I thought it was fine. I thought it was decent. I was actually enjoying the game for what it was. Like 5 hours in, guys. I played that game for 5 hours before I got to that part where I'm like, okay, so that explains a few of the questions we're all having, right? Let him cope. What we're doing works. I mean, I'm fine with what we're doing. I think we're doing great, Thank you for support and keep helping us so we can improve. Yeah, isn't it funny, the Asian studio approach versus the Western studio approach? I don't hate Marathon, but seeing it fail makes me glad. I mean, I hate it for what they've made of it. If it was just another extraction shooter set in a sci-fi universe and it was what it was, that's fine. I hate it because Bungie is full of a bunch of woke retards. And so at this point now, yeah, better to clean house. Because at this point, I don't want to support any of those people. No, once you get to you got to remember the weird spider people was like in the last hour of the game, that was when I started to question it. I'm like, well, okay, I guess if you were going to be a guy and you were going to inhabit the body of some scout robot thing, why wouldn't you pick the half naked spider chick? I guess that would make sense. I mean, look, plenty of guys play Stellar Blade. They like to see the jiggles and all that kind of stuff. I guess that kind of makes sense. Then when you view it through the lens of, wait a second, I see what you're doing here. So you have the one character chastising other people for calling her, when she's obviously female with a female voice, she instead of a they. The first romantic relationship they show in the game existing at all is between two dudes. Robo-boobs after her tactical advantage. Yeah, I would say so. Always be happy when bad product dies. I mean, why wouldn't we be? I mean, Serrano, that just makes too much sense, right? Yeah. But I mean, you got the voice director for the game telling people not to spend their money for a game that's only got... How many people does Marathon even have playing it right now, guys? They're still treading water at like 11,000 people every 24 hours on Steam. So 30% of that... Okay, let's say 30% is on... Well, we know 70% is on Steam versus PlayStation and Xbox. Let's assume like 25% is on PlayStation of the total numbers. That means PlayStation's going to have concurrent peaks of, 2,500 people roughly, right? 2,700, The funny thing, DB, I mean, I'm one of those guys that I prefer to have like a really cool armor set for a chick than see her like running around 90% naked. And I played Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball back in the day when I was a horny teenager. I get it. But like, when I was playing like Vindictus Defying Fate and they let you pick the characters for like Fiona, I picked like the really cool looking armor, These charts make me hard. What I think is interesting is notice they can only pull this off in games. In real life, these trannies don't. Dude, go back to this thing we were talking about, okay? Isn't it crazy? It's like when they can't hide behind 7 filters and an AI profile and, shave down their Adam's apple and everything else. I'm the same. I'd rather see wicked looking armor than just skin. Yeah. And you can combine them. You can have both. Like, I think the whole Lords of the Fallen 2 conversation, I think they're doing a great job with the armor sets that we've seen, right? Oh, John, did you not see this part? Yeah, this is a League of Legends female team. 4 out of 5 of these women have penises. At least we're born with them. Crazy. Crazy how statistically 4 out of 5 women can have a penis. It's just marvelous, isn't it? This is like Doctor Who. There was no romance, but now we have Transformers and the word sound people. Hey, I make a very pretty woman. Well, at least I can somewhat be passing. My face is too masculine, but if I shave and I wear a wig and put on plenty of makeup, I do have the eyes and the eyelashes. That throws people off. My Adam's apple's too big, though. That's for damn sure. Hey, I've done drag before for Halloween. I've told you guys that. I did that a couple times, once as a teenager and then once after my wife and I first met. I did that at my old church, guys. I showed up to the church like harvest festival type thing, completely dressed like a hooker. I'm talking fishnets and everything. Now, this was a big church. This was like thousands of people at this church. The guy who would later go on to marry me and my wife, the pastor there, he's just like, we're going to have a talk. I'm like, I know. We never did have that talk. The crazier part is I was helping with Sunday school at the time. And some of these parents would looked at me and they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. I do not want it hurt to hear about how good you look in drag. That's why everything is going to hell in a handbasket. No, it would be different if it wasn't a joke. It'd be different if it was like every weekend I went out there and did it. This is like one of those things that I did it because it was funny, because it was intentionally supposed to look like crazy and frighten people, versus the guys who actually think it's funny. I've said before, just like we talked about when Patriot was here, like the fetish that women have for having the gay best friend. That's really what the downfall of society has stemmed from. All these women who are like, oh, I love this gay guy. He's so funny because he's acts like a woman and he's effeminate, but he's basically a misogynist because it's completely like parodying what women do as a man. Kind of like drag, you know, a bunch of guys dress in drag and make fun of women. I mean, you're not going to find bigger misogynists than gay guys, drag queens, and transgenders. They hate women more than anybody else. Well, I guess women hate women more than anybody else, but it's a close second. I feel like this story keeps getting worse dressed as a woman than at church, then as a whore with fishnets. I'll find the picture. I'll find a picture from that night. I had like halter top, skirt, knee-high boots, fishnets, like a bright red wig, makeup, the whole thing, dude. I'm talking, this is a big church, and I walked through the front door, and, yeah. No pictures? All right. You'll pay me not to share that? I had these straight dudes. Everyone knew that it was just a joke. They were like, hey, nice legs. I'm like, okay. Yeah, that's going too far. Bring back OG gays and replace the trans. Geek, I'm just the whole, like my wife, she would have been one of these girls back in the day that probably had a gay best friend. Her sister had a gay best friend. And, you know, growing up and getting way more conservative and traditional, and let's dare say, my wife is far more chauvinistic than I am, and I'm pretty chauvinistic. She gets it now. I'm like, yeah, it's the whole women fetishizing men acting like women. That started with the gay best friend, and it's now turned into women accepting men as women. And that's where you get to where, like, you get the trans women in the bathrooms with men and shit, you know? No, I know a lot of gays don't even like trans. That's not the point. The point is it started with the gay best friend pet type thing that these women had, that it was kind of like a weird like accessory for them, and it's turned into the trans acceptance to having a trans kid and making that a pet, you know? It's creepy and weird. So you had this retard, this Blame It on Ryan guy, saying Destiny fans might not want to hear it, but if you really want to see Bungie get a green light for Destiny 3, you should maybe support Marathon as opposed to shitting on it and review bombing it. Oh, you were just elaborating? Okay. This is what we get for stopping bullying? I mean, fair enough. So this was an interesting take, I will say. The man, he probably got, $10 for this post if he's actually monetized on Twitter, so I guess kudos to him. Legendary Drops quote tweeted and said, "You might not want to hear it, but you need to commit time and money to support a game you don't want to play for the slim chance that you get what you want in the future." This is peak delusion. Now, the funnier part about that is everyone's come out and said, I mean, Jason Schreier, he's been right so far the last couple of weeks, so broken clocks and all that shit, you know. They're saying that Destiny 3 is not even a conversation right now. Any of the ideas that Bungie has been pitching aren't even being discussed, that they are simply ending support for Destiny 2 with no promises of any continuation of the franchise moving forward. I couldn't care less. I thought Destiny 2 was boring as hell. You guys were saying that Luna Abyss was boring, and that's kind of how I feel about playing or watching people play Destiny 2. I had no use for it. Warframe, far superior game. Way better game than Destiny 2 in my personal opinion. It's not interesting or clever. Sporting shit will get you more shit. That's it. Tekla, 100%. Exactly. Yeah, if Marathon was successful, it would signal not to make Destiny 3. But the funnier thing about that, you get opinions like this, right? This guy, Lucci TV, saying, my entire timeline is full of gaming Stockholm Syndrome. If you guys just support Marathon, then maybe you'll get Destiny 3. Did you think of that? I'll be surprised if Bungie still exists by the end of next year at this rate. It's crazy. It is a crazy mindset to have. If we go over to Steam charts right now, okay? We go over to Steam charts and look up, we got less than 6,000 people playing Marathon right now, basically 11,000 for the 24-hour mark. What do you think number 2 search result is? The number 2 most searched game right now, Destiny 2. I wonder why that is. That's because of this shit right here. Now, I get it. It costs a lot of money to make content and maintain games like Destiny 2, but it costs a lot of money to make and maintain games like Marathon as well. Destiny 2, more or less a dying game, still has a higher 24-hour peak and more players right now than Marathon has. Okay, I get it, free-to-play game, all that good shit. But this free-to-play game is 9 years old, all right? Maintain what? They took the content away. Exactly, Section 71, And that's the thing, too. It's not just one thing that Bungie has done. It's a lot of bad decisions. It's a lot of shit that they've done to their player base. It's a lot of shit they've done to people. Whoever that Sony is greenlighting these failures got to be batting 1,000. Oh my god, man. No, they're batting a whopping 0.000, man. Unless you're saying like failure or success and failure, I guess. I don't know. It's just crazy the amount of shit that they continue to churn out. Destiny 2 fans just turned Marathon Steam reviews into a bizarre battleground. Destiny 2 is coming to an end, and some players think Marathon is to blame. I love this. Okay, think about it this way. Instead of Marathon, if Bungie had decided we have a big enough fan base and we can make enough money to make a Destiny 3. Yeah, some. Wouldn't it have been smarter to invest their time and money and all of that hard work and effort into a Destiny 3 than a game like Marathon? They thought Marathon was going to be a big thing, guys. Okay? And last year when they delayed the game, they didn't want to compete with Arc Raiders. They knew that they had problems. The game looked boring. The game looked stale. The art style was terrible. Everything was textureless. The game looked like shit, right? And so they went, you know what? We're going to let this thing cook. We're going to push it beyond Call of Duty releasing, Battlefield, Arc Raiders. We're going to get out of this and clear, kind of like get into a neutral area where we can get our game released without competing with anybody else. And then the game released and it's like, oh, okay, great. Where's all the players now, right? Marathon adopted a theme resembling Ghost in the Shell instead would have got me interested. Yeah, I mean, Gulag, the thing is, it's just, when you look at Marathon, it hurts your eyes to look at, right? So there's A, the people who don't play extraction shooters, B, the people who have other games they play, and C, the people who were turned off by looking at the game. There's like a million reasons people had for not playing Marathon. They didn't give them enough reasons to want to play it. Now, Destiny 3 built an audience, built in fan base. Personally, I don't get Destiny. I didn't find it that fun. I didn't find it that interesting. The story I couldn't care less about. But there were millions of people who did, okay? To the point that apparently the bring back or release Destiny 3 petition apparently has more signatures than Marathon has players. I am not even kidding. So if we scroll down here, the petition, the change.org petition, currently has 216,000 signatures. Now, the thing about it is, petitions don't do a lot of good, right? They don't do much. Petitions are just what they are. But it shows that people are actually interested in it, right? Yeah. If that's not a sign, I don't know what else is. Yeah. It's never even approaching an argument. It's always just farming. Look at those silly people who don't think like I do. What happened to the focus group testing? Bungie might have done the marathon test in a gay bar. Dude, marathon, unfortunately, just didn't... I don't know. Was it Marathon or was it Highguard that... I mean, I know that Highguard didn't have external playtesters. They brought in playtesters and kind of like incubated it from within. Marathon, I've got no idea. I would assume it was something along the same lines. Now, they did do the open beta. They did do the whole thing where people could play it, you could sign... Or sorry, it was a closed beta. And then they did the server slime ahead of the game, right? Focus group was its own employees. Yeah. It's just crazy. Let me see. Where was this one? This one's great. Never forget Outriders. Outriders was... That was crazy. Outriders, Borderlands 3, Warframe, Anthem, The First Descendant were supposed to be the Destiny killers. What actually killed Destiny. Trans at Bungie. Oh my god. And the funny thing is there are people who are like, oh my god, this is, I wonder if this is real. This has got to be real. This has got to be real. Hey, my name is Anora, and I'm an associate technical designer at Bungie. I'm a Jewish trans lesbian, and this is what a game dev looks like. Oh my god. Someone needs to look up and see if this is an actual person. Oi, I'm trans. Thanks for asking. Oh my god. Hold up, let me search that because that can't be real. Oh my god, it's it's an actual... Oh my god. That's fake? It's got to be parody. It's got to be parody. I don't know. People fall for some dumb shit, so maybe it's fake. She's not black, it can't be real. Oh my god. Jewish, trans, lesbian, Muslim, former lawyer. Yeah, this is crazy. One person says, I've seen and signed a petition going around, but I think the much more powerful response, if you're hoping for is some kind of future for the franchise, is to log on the week of June 9th. Don't get me wrong, Sony executives aren't going to fall to their knees in tears and insta-greenlight Destiny 3 or anything, but seeing so many players out there locking on to give one last hurrah to the franchise that meant so much to them, it'll speak volumes in its own way. They won't care. It won't make a difference. At the very least, we'll have one more window of fun enjoying the last batch of new content in a game that meant so much to us. At best, it'll show how passionate the community still is and just how badly so many of us want some kind of future for this franchise. No matter how long it might take to build, I'll see you out there in June. It's going to be one hell of a ride. I don't even know if that's going to make a difference. Transaccidental. Oh my god. You're a dude LARPing as a girl. I guess I have to look this up for myself. Hang on a second. I'm afraid if I go to this profile, what I'm going to find, but I have to look this up for myself. Hang on a second. Let's see. I think I had some angry trans person on Twitter earlier saying I have really big ears, which is crazy because my brother's got way bigger ears than I have. I mean, it's a real account. Hang on. It's a real account and it doesn't say parody. She, her, technical designer working on raids and dungeons at Bungie. Poser goth, I salute the flags. Might link to True and Prawn. That's what I was worried about. That's why I went to the face cam. But retweeting the Destiny community manager for Bungie, the him guy. Oh yeah, the trans people that love the I mean, come on. This was crazy. This was one of those things. Just put on a wig and you're good to go. Oh man, no. Its ears are like reins. If they're making fun of your ears when they're tucking peens, I think you win. Oh my god. I remember first seeing this when the game came out. If this person's an actual technical designer at Bungie retweeting this shit right here, that tells you all you need. Every reason that I want Bungie to fail and every reason that I want Marathon to fail, and I'm glad that it is failing, is this shit right here. I've been saying from day one, What the hell is wrong with these people, and why is it that all the trans people are obsessed with Marathon? There's something inherently about this dystopian transhuman bullshit that they are like obsessed with. It's like a fetish for these guys, as if they don't have enough fetishes as it is, you know? Puts the lotion on her, it gets the hose again. Yeah, the Hello Kitty toy. This is actually not Hello Kitty. This is Kuromi. I only know that because my daughter loves Kuromi. Although I don't recall Kuromi. The face looks a little different. If that was my employer, I'd fire him. No. Bungie loves that shit. You got to remember, Bungie is like, people are like, oh, you stop using the word woke. You don't know what it means. No, Bungie is super woke. Bungie is woke as fuck. Like crazy woke. Oh my god, the Morgue Pie stuff. Yo, I'm gonna get quote tweeted by Morgue Pie on Twitter. I gotta be very careful. She's gonna be mad at me. I didn't even tag her in that shit. Oh my god. All right. Everyone loves some good robusty. The future is now old man. Oh my god, no. I don't want no robusty. They dream and hope that everyone's in this dystopian future that they once androgynous and trim-coated. Guys, why is there so much gay stuff on our stream tonight? Like, I didn't even plan this, but like it popped into my brain when I was looking into this whole Luna Abyss game, and I discovered the connection between that and Dustborn. And now we're talking about Bungie and Marathon and unintentionally coming across this shit right here. Like, my entire timeline is fucked. Let's be honest right now. My timeline on Twitter is completely, irreversibly fucked up. Started and brought you up. But, okay. Can I just reiterate that there's a difference between being a drag queen and dressing in drag? Dressing in drag means you're doing it as a joke. A drag queen, that's a whole different thing. Like, it used to just be people knew... Where's Melanie Mac when you need her? Oh my god. She is too busy stuffing her bra, apparently. We're gonna have to use Melanie Mac's favorite word. I got news for you. That's not the only time God's been disappointed in me. I'm just saying. Oh my god. The My Melody and Kuromi anime, it's really good. I watched it with my sister. I think my daughter had that on at some point. I remember watching something that had Kuromi on it. To be honest, my kids don't watch much TV anymore. Let's say it. Fuck it. You guys can say it. It'll just get censored in the chat. I can't say it. God knows what'll happen if I say it. The funniest thing, Atreus, you guys all know Atreus, right? Him and Kata over at New Blackstreet. He DM'd me randomly out of the blue today. He's like, yo! I'm like, yes. He's like, when are we going to get you on New Blackstreet? I'm like, well, you guys stream at like, 7 o'clock my time. I stream at like, midnight your time. So probably never. I don't know. Some other gal was hitting me up. DB, I don't know if you know her. Scooby Paw, I can't remember what her channel name is. Scooby Pup. She hangs out with like Sonia and Leon, Words Paradise and stuff. She was asking me about being on her stream at some point. I'm like, well, I stream at 9 p.m. Pacific because my life is entirely occupied with baseball, softball, sports, work, homeschool. I think my kids are actually going to go to middle school this year, not homeschool. We haven't decided yet. She's big in the hypnotic community. Yeah, I've seen the name around. Actually, I popped into her stream a week or two ago to let her know her Twitter was hacked because I got this random DM from her and it's like, oh, please click this link because some contest I entered. I'm like, yeah, no. Ever try to make small talk to a guy that's blowing out his asshole? Depends. What are you doing right now? I made stream reservations with you before anyone. Well, Empress, she was talking about having me on her stream. And I'm like, and she's like, yeah, I stream at like 4 o'clock on Saturday or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, no. I'm like, my weekends, you got the same DM. Like, my weekends are entirely taken up between if I'm not working, I'm at a baseball or a softball game, or I'm at home and I'm still not streaming till after 9 p.m. my time. It's the hardest thing. And it's not like my kids aren't old enough that I could just say, guys, go do something else. I want to stream. But it's like, I don't know. I have a hard time being able to like isolate myself and do this kind of shit when I know my kids are up, I was waiting for somebody to ask you. See, I swear to God, I was actually wondering how long we were going to stare at this guy. So speaking of Morgue Pie, let's skip over the Hassan shit because I just don't care. I really don't care. I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently this chick Morgue Pie on Twitter got banned again. I know, shocking, right? So this is the gal. I don't think A. Vernum is here. I haven't seen A. Vernum pop in. Unless he did and I missed him somewhere. I apologize if you're here, buddy. I didn't see you. A. Vernum has confirmed for us in previous streams that Morgue Pie, despite the fact that she looks like one of these non-biological types, is apparently has all the original plumbing down there for a woman, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to go investigate. I don't want to investigate. That's just disgusting. What are you watching? You're watching what we get on Twitch for content. Yeah, A. Vernum knows all there is to know about this critter, yes. I mean, Geek, honestly, when I was younger, like teenager, maybe early 20s, I thought fake boobs were cool. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you? But I don't know, the older I got, the more I'm just like, I despise most silicone. I despise most plastic surgery. I mean, in general, I just think all of it's disgusting. So she got banned, not for having, you guys remember, I'm sure we talked about it a couple weeks ago, she had her dudes in the GIMP suits on her stream on Twitch. That didn't get her banned. Apparently, that was not enough to get her banned. But this clip, apparently, of her painting the bottom of her feet green so she could do a foot stream of Dark Souls 3 is what recently got her banned. This is your quality entertainment over on Twitch. This is what... See, Empress, this is your competition in the streaming world. This is... You got to up your game, okay? Apparently, this is what the men want.
Oh, the screen is black.
Hey, Seabrew.
Hey, there we go.
Now, despite the obvious weird sexual fetish aside, is this kind of cool and funny? Sure. I mean, making anything a green screen, I can respect that from a technical aspect. Beyond that... I'm like, come on. That'd be funny if she painted them permanently green. I mean, yeah. Look, there are so many issues with this person and Twitch as a whole platform. Like, I mean, okay, I'm streaming to Twitter right now, and Twitter's a dumpster fire. I'm streaming to Kick and Rumble right now, and I think Plix was the only one that dropped in a Kick chat the entire stream. I stream to, Twitch because I still have the account. I hope and pray one of these days that I'm relevant enough that Twitch will ban me from the platform so I no longer have to stream there, right? Yeah, but this isn't cosplay, Empress. This is just literally Twitch thoughts whoring themselves out doing their thing, right? That's because you're the coolest indeed. But, I mean, this is just the level of content you get from the top female streamers. And then they wonder why men are the top streamers. Like, okay, men don't have to debase themselves to get any interaction at all. It's always... Oh, awesome. She's got my daughter's softball banner done. That is so cool. We'll be done on here in a few minutes. Men don't have to debase themselves to the extent that women do to be relevant on platforms like Kick and Rumble and Twitch and all that. It's always like, you have these female streamers like the Pokemans of the world. They'll come out and complain about their viewership falling off and be like, why is it so much harder to be a female streamer? It's like, first off, you're not offering anything interesting. Dark Souls.
I declare...
Oh my God. Yeah, Seabrew, I'm sure you're not alone in that, man.
I've seen a on Twitch a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some insane stuff. I remember when Kick first started as a platform, they had some of those gals that decided that they were going to try to do anything and everything, and they would gain like 1,000 followers in an hour before they get banned from the platform permanently. I've covered those kind of streamers from Twitch and stuff before in videos. It's amazing what women can get away with doing on a Twitch stream, and then after like a week off of a paid vacation, coming back like nothing ever happened. And thanks for the 2, Seabrew. Appreciate you, buddy. Men are master debaters. Master debaters indeed. It's always the same thing with female comedians, always their vagina. Exactly. Dude, exactly it. Technical aspect, that means body painting jeans on your naked body is also technical. I mean, look, it's a skill. It's a skill for sure. It's artistic. Does it belong on Twitch? In my personal opinion, it does not belong on anywhere that is not behind a paywall or an age restriction of some kind. Just in general, like, I'm not mean like, you know, verify with your ID. I just mean like, hey, 18 and up, click yes or no, you know. Found a way to do something cool and not degrading, right? Exactly. All they offer is booba, no more views. Well, no, it's not just the booba. It's the parasocial concept that they're actually interested in you for something beyond your money. And unfortunately for women, I mean, think about it. Melanie Mack told Chrissy Mayer this, like, 3 weeks ago when she did the infamous live stream where they didn't actually address any of the super chats, and Chrissy made like $1,500 in super chats in one night. And Melanie Mack was like, oh yeah, I was really worried when I got married that I was going to lose a bunch of subscribers, and I didn't lose as many as I thought I would. It's like, if you know that men are only hanging around, they're only sniffing around because they think if they give you enough of their time and attention and money that they'll get something out of you, then how do you value yourself as like an individual if you honestly believe that's all you have to offer? Like, it's crazy. I can paint my feet better than that girl faster too. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that, man. I would put my chest on Twitter, but something tells me I won't be as popular. Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't want to see that either. Gosh, she looks like a man. I don't understand. She looks like a dude. I'll never understand this woman. I don't get it. Yeah, BS Warren Blacksmith the Word says, really? Twitch, really? The gimps were okay, but feet crossed the line. Y'all chew gravel in your spare time, I swear. Oh my god. Oh, again, more of this shit, right? How the F is this allowed on Twitch, and why is this stuff showing people's front page? Pro player, by the way. Yeah, I mean, this is your game stream platform, right? This is it. It's just, you know, oh, Wagon Burner. A gimp is okay, but your feet's too far. These girls are as disgusting to me as it would be for a man like Review Tech USA, for example. I can always do what I would do even when I'm a grandma because my character is solid. Skyrim Granny exists. There you go. These women are as fleeting as an organ. I thought you said organism for a second, as an orgasm, and that's all they can offer you. Yeah, but it's a fake orgasm. Let's be fair. It's not even a real orgasm. Yeah, meh, fake tits. The other girls that are empty inside should be worried not being. Exactly. No, so I'm probably, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up blocked by Morg Pie. I gotta check the notifications, because let me see here. Oh my god. Dude just responds. Oh my god. I just watched a video of her getting railed because I was curious of this too, and yeah, bro, she has a pussy. Oh my god. Y'all are sick. Y'all need Jesus. Oh my god. So this was the original tweet that I put out there. Okay. This was it. Now, mind you,
So sorry, you've been walking.
Look at this person's face. There is something like, she looks like the Giga Chad meme in the face. Okay? All right.
Streamer Morgpie has been banned from Twitch for making, quote, feet content.
Mommy, can I massage your feet? It must be so sore. You've been walking for an hour now. Yes, peasant.
Hopefully she's...
Look at that face. Okay, I know I'm not crazy. I don't care that she's a biological woman. Leighton Gate. Cage, we're almost done. We gave you like 3 notifications, dude. Perfect dark jaw chin. Yeah. So, it's The Sims. But imagine, okay, this woman, let's go back to the 90s. Before Twitch, before the internet was really as big. Go back to the 90s. This chick with that face, minus all the plastic surgery, nobody would even look at. But you throw the fake boobs on there and the fact that she's willing to take off her clothes and have sex for money, and all of a sudden she has simps. What's wrong with feet content? I don't care if you're turned on by feet or not. That's your own proclivity. That's your own kink. And I'm not going to here to tell you what you should or shouldn't be like turned on by. That's between you and whoever the person doing it to you is. My point is, it's funny that, you know, she has the gimps and all that on Twitch. but apparently having her feet green screened is too much. So yes, I said I'm still not convinced she isn't a dude. 35,000 views. I'm probably going to end up getting quote tweeted by this psycho woman. This is not a Kata stream? Yeah. Vodka, all I gotta say. Oh my god, dude. Simping's a disease, the men's are weak. Remember the Batman meme? Batman doesn't eat. My god. The wife wants to snuggle, send help. Oh my god, take it easy on the poor man. Tell your wife I said that she needs to give you a break, okay? Poor narcoleptic bastard, come on. Take it easy on the man. Swear to god, this chick is so hideous. I just can't. That face is so bad. Hey, Black Cat, I don't get it. We used to have standards. We used to be a society, right? Night Beardo, all right, night, dude. The beard stays on. In fact, the beard's gotten to the point where I need to trim it. It's getting that point where it's getting a little wispy in the sides, and I'm going to have to do something with it pretty soon here. If Morg notices you, that's a W. Oh, fuck no. No, man. Last thing I need is all of her crazy simps going after me. I've already had to deal with Pod Awful. Ironically, I don't watch the guy's content, but like, you know, we seem to like be on the same page on a lot of shit. But for whatever reason, he apparently decided he wanted to try to like brigade the channel and the shit that one time like a couple months ago. And then I'll see him pop up like on the Kino Casino stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck were you doing over here, man? Amplifying the beard? Oh no, man. That was more like my beard last year. It's like you have to look at her from an angle not to turn to stone. No, that's funny. That shit's actually funny. That's good. All right. Empress, are you streaming? Because I'm feeling like it's a good time to go to bed. Because like I said, guys, I have to get... okay, it looks like Empress is going to be streaming Crimson Desert here. I'm going to save the redirect, so that's all set up, ready to go. Now, my daughter's got a playoff game tomorrow night at 5. We really have to win, because... if we don't, we end up in the loser's bracket, and then we've got one game. If we lose another game, we're out. So I really don't want to do that. My daughter has to pitch like the entire game because the rest of our pitchers are just not going to cut it. So I'm just stressing. Imagine all the simp piling here. There will be so many viewers. Thanks, Rabnad. I mean, so here's the situation. My daughter, she made the All-Star team. We're looking at the roster, and I'm like, her roster is stacked. She can only go like 2 or 3 like weeks into the tournament for her age group, so it's not like she's going to travel out of state. But she should win some games on the All-Star team. It'll be a lot of fun for her. My oldest son, his division, his group that he's in, could actually advance to the Little League World Series, and the pitcher they have, their starting pitcher on their team is phenomenal athlete. I mean, I'm worried my son's team is actually going to advance, and I have to somehow pay for it. But then my younger son, he's going to be in the championship, hopefully, because his team is the best team out there. So I'm kind of hoping that all of them succeed and do well.
Hope she wins.
Oh, thanks, Sebrew. I hope so, too. Seeing as I'm one of her coaches, I was actually making T-shirts for the team right before the stream started. So I'm like, I'm really trying to will us to have a good game tomorrow night and hopefully win. The thing is, the other team has this girl that's like a travel ball player, and she throws like 100 miles an hour, and all our girls are all like terrified. Watching them just stand up there seeing this ball like traveling like 60 miles an hour past them as they just watch it go over the plate. It's like, come on, you got to swing. You got to do something. But yeah, I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. I'm just hoping my daughter doesn't put it all on herself. And, you know, she tends to kind of wear that too hard on herself. Like she'll put too much on herself. And then if she doesn't do well or the team doesn't do well, she feels like it's up to her to make the difference. And it's like, you know what? No, she's not even a geek. No, it's not a heavy one. It's the travel ball. Oh yeah, DB knows what we're talking about. So real quick before I leave, for anybody who doesn't know, when it comes to kids baseball and softball, you have rec leagues like your local city leagues where it's just they're playing for fun. They're not keeping score. Everyone's just there's no winners and losers, right? Next up, you have the little leagues. Now, certain cities take their little league seriously and certain ones don't. The city I live in, they take the little league very seriously. We have the playoffs and the city tournament where, you know, the best teams play against each other, and then your city has their one team that wins the championship over the other teams, right? So they do that for every division, softball, baseball, up to a certain age. Then you get to the next step up is travel ball. The travel ball kids, these people pay $3,000 to $5,000 a year for their kids to practice like 3 to 5 days a week and have tournaments like every other weekend against other cities' travel ball leagues, simply because they think their kid is going to be like the next, Julio Rodriguez or Ken Griffey or, the next not Aaron Rodgers, A-Rod, the next, whatever, the next Mookie Betts. Like they think their kid is going to be the next Hall of Fame baseball player or softball player. And so they will pay thousands of dollars and spend hundreds of hours a month driving their kid all over hell in 6 parts of Texas to take them to tournaments for no reason whatsoever. There's no, sorry, QC. I know, I used to love Aaron Rodgers when he was with the Packers, but my God, he sucks now. My brother's 2 younger daughters were in travel ball and they were harsh. His one daughter had softball pitch of near 70 miles per hour, fast as hell for a gal at the age of 17. Yeah, the travel ball stuff is insane. Now, the problem is a lot of people live vicariously through their kids with the travel ball. You get the guy who wished he played baseball, so he puts his son in travel ball from the time he's 8 years old. And then those kids cross over, and while they're doing travel ball, they also play Little League. And that's where you run into the issue where you have the travel ball kids who are using Little League as practice, essentially. They don't show up to half the games. They don't show up to half the practices. But the ones that they do show up to, they beat the shit out of the other kids because the other kids are only practicing once or twice a week. And they're not getting extra coaching, extra pitching clinics, and extra hitting practice. That's just, it's insane, the disparity between travel and Little League. So that's where you see a lot of that crossover and stuff. So yeah, travel is just like people who take the sport way too seriously at a very young age in some cases. So that's the difference. So my kids don't do travel. I just have 3 kids that are really, 2 that are really good at it and 1 who's good at it as far as the sports go. They just enjoy it. They have fun with it. So I'll let you guys know how it goes tomorrow. Hopefully she gets a win, but at least she made the all-star team, so she gets to play for at least the next month and a half, whether she wins or loses the playoffs. So that's the way the girls were for their first year in travel ball. Then they got pulled out of school leagues. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, the other girl, she's a travel ball player, and she's only like 11, and she's throwing that ball like 55 miles an hour, and our girls have no idea how to hit it. We have girls, because my daughter's on a AAA team. We have girls that are like 8 years old, 9 years old, who have never played before, and they don't know how to swing at something that's moving that fast. It's crazy, the difference. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all have a great night. I will be back hopefully Wednesday. I have no idea what the schedule looks like. I think Wednesday I should be able to stream. I hope. Oh, hey, low down dirty shame. Appreciate it, man. Get a trans player on the team. Oh my God. No, actually, ironically, my daughter, she wants to play baseball this fall with her brother so they could be on the same team. And she could crush it, no problem. We don't got any boys playing softball with the girls. We don't have that problem. That's not a thing. So, all right, guys, hopefully Wednesday, and then I'll try to get a video put out tomorrow on this whole crazy shit with that Luna Abyss game. But take it easy, be safe. I'll catch you guys later.